this feeling. I can't help this feeling. This feeling. I can't help. I can't help this feeling. I can't help this feeling. You're on my mind. I can stop my feet, but it's so weird. You walked into my life right on time. Right on time.
That is Nick Hamilton at his finest right there.
Well,
Nice
thank you.
little
Emotional
intro.
about it, you know,
Right?
because it seems like that's what we would do. But I did get a little teary-eyed. That was a good intro.
I love
I
it.
wasn't
That,
expecting
good
it.
about it.
the girl singing that song is the girl who sings the Friday Night Pint song.
Yeah, I overheard that.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just like our official music girl. You guys should just run that as your intro for Because We Got High. It's a great song.
Yeah, that is good for you.
And you can just use it anywhere you want.
Yeah, we'll cut your both of your asses out.
Yeah.
We'll
We
be
do
fine.
have a good intro
Hijack it
already,
right
but we'll
away.
think about it.
We it's KFC Radio live for the month of February, so we're doing Valentine's Day obviously, and we got the Because We Got High girls in here. We got Rhea, we got Bree, we got Kelly Keegs. Get it, girl.
It is.
Rhea's
There are
ready to
not
rock.
usually this many people in the studio.
It's hot as fuck.
Particularly hot.
It is, yeah.
I want to say this: if I throw up or pass out, like, don't get mad at me. I'm serious. I almost
You're the
switched
pass out
seats.
girl.
I almost switched seats.
How many
literally.
times-
I sat down and I was like, maybe this is a bad idea, and then it was too late.
How
So,
many times have you like passed out in school or at an assembly
a
or
lot
something?
of
Yeah, you're the
times,
she's a
yeah. A lot of
passer outer
times.
girl, no doubt.
I always
can
made
see
fun of
that.
those people because it never
Yeah.
happened to
What
me.
do you mean those people?
Not at,
Regularly?
actually, no.
Well,
No,
it's
During
those
assemblies
people.
and things, no. My
There's
friend
certain
Brittany
people.
passed out during every assembly,
Like
every chorus
confirmation
concert
or-
we
yes,
had.
all
Yes,
that shit falling off
But-
the risers.
Yes,
Yes.
that was her. But
Yeah.
I always was like about to. But I'm smart enough to just like sit down.
Yeah, be like,
but
I'm
I'm
not doing
always
this
sitting
anymore.
down or like throwing up off to the side. Like that's usually what happens to me. Anxiety takes over. You know.
It's hot as shit. I changed into something a little bit lighter. I was wearing what was I wearing, Jackie? What was I wearing?
A sweater.
Jackie says to me, "Take off your jacket."
That's
and
not
I said,
a jacket. Yeah, that's
this
not a
is
jacket.
a fucking
Jackie.
hoodie.
I wanna be
and
on
a
your side,
sweatshirt."
Jackie, but-
And then she was like, "No, it's a jacket." I was like,
She
"What is
doubled
going
down.
on?" And then she looked on the internet as if she was going to
No,
find
I
proof
said,
that this
I
is a
said
jacket.
it's not a jacket. Because
It is not a jacket.
It's not a jacket.
It's not a jacket. Jackie, I really like you, but it's
hoodie.
I know. I want to be on your side.
We
I
thought
can't
this was
stand up
a
for it.
California thing. Like we don't even know what
clearly I am
jackets
wrong.
are.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
And now
yeah,
Feitsy's stuck wearing his.
I guess
Yeah,
that
'cause now
would be
I'm
considered
wearing
a
it out of
jacket.
principle because Jackie was like, "We'll take off the jacket." I'm like, "No, I'm gonna stay in this jacket because if I take it off, then she's kind of right." Like, I'm acknowledging she
That's
said to
the
take off
I'm
the
reason.
kind
jacket.
of on
and
her
I'm taking
side
it
now,
off.
though. In California, that would be considered a jacket because
It's a sweatshirt.
Well,
It is a sweatshirt.
maybe
His
his
is a little more.
Yeah, that's like a jacket, but yours
Yeah.
is just a hoodie.
Just
So
straight
now
up
you're gonna suffer and sweat
I'm
yourself
going
to
to,
death
definitely.
just because you
Maybe
don't
I'll
wanna
pass out for the
take off
first
your
time in my
jacket?
life.
Do
tonight.
it.
Okay, well, all right. Let's all try to pass out, huh?
Pop
How
a
about
line. We have some
right
sort
down
of
the
like
line?
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
CO2 wine opener that I hope. Oh, don't move it over here.
Yeah, I don't know. what that is.
Reusable or is it just one use?
There is one thing where it says the needle must be all the way in, and it put all in caps locks like it's gonna explode if it's not.
This
Yeah.
explodes all over this place.
That would
I'll
be
be actually
so
mad.
fucking good. I actually hope it really does.
I mean, it's got a CO2 cartridge in
It's
it.
gonna explode.
I am.
And
so
mind you, I am
stressed out.
someone who's terrified of opening like Pillsbury rolls because I hate that pop.
Yeah.
So this is.
I'm so stressed.
Also, imagine going blind from that sort of thing.
Oh god damn it, Rhea.
It's one of my biggest
My anxiety
fears.
is as high as it's ever been right now.
Come on, pussy. Come on, pussy. I don't even know how it works. Wow.
Oh my
Surprisingly
goodness.
easy.
That
you
turned
know?
out
Wow.
into like
Also, it has like
champagne.
a little smoke coming out of there.
Yeah.
Is
All right,
it-
that was
is
cool.
it-
Give me another one.
Wait, show me. Look at the end of that. Is there like an icy
Yeah, no, I saw it. It
mist
was
on
like-
top of there?
Yeah, it is
You see
cold.
that?
It's a cold bottle of red.
Weird.
Pour that shit out. Let's go. We're drinking
Interesting.
wine. We're celebrating Valentine's Day. Girls are gonna get their pineapple on. It's gonna be a good night.
Yeah.
We got videos from fans and Barstool people alike. We've got some like submissions here. Pass it on down. Pass the sacrament on down. So before we started though, this is the first time that we've ever done anything with all you girls at once. I think
Yes.
everybody's worked with each other, but never all at once. And Rhea, she had to like smooth things over with Feitelberg before we started.
Yeah.
Because she's been in a 2-week fight with Feitelberg, unbeknownst to literally anybody else in the world. Just to Rhea.
It's all in her head.
This is the most girl thing
Ever.
ever.
I
and
almost
I
feel
know
like the
it.
girls are going to be mad. I mean, you're coming on here and doing some stereotypical girl shit.
I know, but it's something we deal with every day. And listen,
think it's you. You
I've
overthink.
now, yes, I go home every night and I sit in bed and I think everyone hates me. We know that. That's a problem I have.
So
it's an anxiety
sad,
thing.
Rhea.
I know it's sad.
Welcome.
That's
Yes,
besides
I'm
the point.
right there with you.
Yeah.
It's besides the point. I think none of you actually like me. That's fine. I sit with you anyway, and I pretend I'm happy. Anyways, moving on. I don't still do that with Hank. Like, get a dream about.
mean,
him.
I would
like,
hope not.
I don't like. That's not what I'm talking about here. I
Thank you.
talked to John in the office. You know, like
You want to switch?
I would
You want
consider
mine?
him a pal. Nobody's paying attention to me.
I'm listening. I'm
listening.
listening. We don't like you, Rhea. Okay.
That's what. And this is why. As this was happening, I almost started crying. They really don't like me. Nobody's listening to me. No, I like John. I would consider a pal, right? Like
Yeah,
I
of
see him in the
course.
office. Of course, I see him, but we don't talk all the time, right? Like I feel like we weren't even here all last week because there was like a corona scare, so we all stayed home.
Just long enough for you guys to hate each other.
Yeah. And I had a dream that, and it felt so real that John told me he really didn't like me. He like quite literally had enough where he was like, I've really had
done with
enough with you thinking you're better than everybody, being mean to my friends and like whatever, because actually I think this happened when Tommy tweeted about surviving Barstool and tweeted at Casey and like was having like back and forth, and then
That shit got a little real.
Yeah, you got a little real, and then I tweeted
did, yeah.
being like people shit on Tommy, like whatever, and then I tagged you guys, but I was more of like doing it like joke, whatever, and you guys didn't answer or anything, and then I ended
so
up having a
that
dream
sparked
where
it.
you were like genuinely like, I'm done with you, like I really don't like how you act, I don't like how you treat my friends, this, that, the other thing.
Damn.
And so for 2 weeks now I've been like, that's kind of, and I accepted, I was okay, and so for
Okay.
the last 2 weeks I've been thinking like, damn, like that,
really
like
hates me.
whatever, that was like
You
kinda
realize
crazy.
he's
And
quite
then-
literally the last
No, I
person who
know,
would ever
and
do
so-
that in the whole world. Even if he did hate you, he would never say it.
I know. I
Never
wish
to
you
your
would,
face.
but
I wish you would.
I was getting ready this morning, and I was like, oh my God, you're going to have to talk to John later. You're going to have to see him. And I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, so
None of
you
this
had
is
to like make
real.
peace on.
This is all my, like, I
nuts.
woke up, I knew it was a dream, but then for the past 2 weeks, I was like, oh my God, like, he really must not like me. Like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, I was like, you're going to have to see him later. And then
You
it all
woke up
clicked.
today. You
When he
faced
was,
your
he
fears.
was so
Time.
nice to me, and I was like, wait a second. There's
He's
nothing
John.
wrong
See,
here.
but that's also, I'm going to defend Rhea a little bit here because I've had those dreams. I didn't let it fester for 2 weeks, and I just
Well, I
kind of
hadn't
acknowledged, I was like,
seen
wait,
you.
that was a dream. Never mind. And,
Wednesday into John and Rhea not actually.
Yeah.
here's to
Yeah.
it.
Cheers.
But I've had that where I'm like, fuck, did I actually do that? And then I just didn't because I was a dream. But I just like, I knock it out by like 10 a.m. after I wake up. Like, never mind, that
Yeah.
wasn't
I
real.
thought that was almost
is
like
crazy.
like a trope, like a joke that girls have a dream and get mad at you, and then here you are, kind of doing it for real.
Yeah, no, that's
You weren't
super,
getting
it's
mad
super
at
real.
It's
No, I
worse
wasn't
than
mad
what
at him.
you would
Feeling
do
in
that
real life what you
for
feel in
Not
sure.
dreams.
mad at
Yeah,
all.
that
I
happens.
accepted
The
what
boyfriend
happened.
shit.
I
Yeah,
was
you
just
were-
like,
Real.
this happened.
You have had a dream about your boyfriend, and then
Punch him
t-
immediately when I woke up. Right in the chest.
Sometimes
yeah.
you gotta.
It feels so real.
5 minutes in,
Sometimes
and
you
then domestic
don't
abuse.
gotta.
You know what though? But sometimes your dream boyfriend did some shit that's so bad that your real boyfriend deserves a punch in the face. Like it's like I'm
It's like,
sorry.
what the fuck? Why would the dream do that?
Right. Like
It's
I
your
imagined
dream.
you doing it.
It's
that is
your
him.
craziness.
How dare
It's
that?
not him.
It's him.
No,
It's
but
been in it.
no, but it's like a subconscious thing. Like you think he's gonna do that, so you plant it in your own dream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
your
why
own
do I think
craziness.
he's
So-
gonna
so
do
it's
that?
not
Who
their
made me
fault,
think
yeah.
that? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
who's
you made me
right.
think
Who
this.
gaslit me? It's
your fault.
Like don't. It's
This
nothing
is
is ever
some
my fault.
fucking Taylor Swift, like, oh, like you say she's crazy, you made her like that. Like I didn't do anything. Your own head did it.
But was it my own head? I don't
Taylor
think
is
so.
a problem. Taylor is a problem.
Yo, I saw this thing. It was like I don't know, like people who hate Taylor Swift, and it's like therapists #1.
Yeah.
Just hate Taylor Swift. I was like, yeah, 100%.
girl.
Because I quote Taylor Swift lyrics as if I have been like reading a book on therapy. Like I really do.
Yeah, you
All
all.
the time.
Everybody thinks
when,
they're an
when
expert.
Evermore, not Evermore, when Folklore came out, like the first thing I said to my therapist was like, "You got to go listen to this album because it explains
Yeah.
just so much about me."
People
she's like,
talk about
she's like, just to make sure you're a 32-year-old man,
Man, right? Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no,
people
I am.
talk about Taylor Swift being a lyrical genius, but they never mention Nicki Minaj. Like Nicki Minaj is truly. I thought about it this morning.
That's
I was
honestly
listening
true.
to
It is true.
Only, the song with Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne, and
Is that the
every
Eat Your Ass Like a
time-
Cupcake one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like-
okay.
yeah, and that's my idea.
I never fucked
Of
Wayne. I never
something
fucked
that's like
Drake.
that's my idea of an update, talking about going on like a jet or something. Update.
Date.
every time I listen to a Nicki Minaj song, another lyric comes together for me where I'm like, holy, she did that. Like she really, she really
that.
said those things and put those two things together, and they'll just click. They'll just click randomly. You didn't. The first, I've been listening to this song since 2015. It's never clicked for me. This morning I was like, update. Oh my God,
What
that's
about
my
when she
idea of an
said,
update, Nicki.
What about when
Genius.
she said she'll put your pussy on your sideburns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fire.
You put this pussy
What?
on your sideburns.
Well,
yeah.
My favorite line of all time.
Maybe it's time to put this pussy on your sideburns. Is what she says.
Sure.
Which
Do I get it? Like, do I not get it? Is there anything? Is there any innuendo here that I'm not picking up on?
No,
Or is she
I don't-
just
No, she
rubbing
said,
her
I'm
pussy
gonna
on my
put that
sideburns?
as
pussy
far
on
as
your
I know.
side.
You know what?
It's
Though?
just
I think
straightforward.
I feel like the difference between the two is like Nicki Minaj. You
Ooh,
hear
got
those lyrics, and you're
best
like, wow,
Nicki
she
lyrics.
is so smart to put those things together. When I listen to Taylor Swift lyrics, I'm like, wow, I am now going to take these lyrics and apply it to my actual life and like,
Which
change
is-
myself.
you
like,
know
that's what's gonna. Or maybe
that-
probably not change myself, but at
This
least
is
pretend
like
I'm gonna.
Taylor Swift is like people who watch movies and like act like they're real. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well,
I know.
Hello,
Yeah,
that's literally my whole,
I
my
know.
whole existence.
But I
my
mean,
entire
like she's
existence.
You're
she's
surrounded
making,
right now.
Sure,
You
I
get
know.
that.
I am out
Yeah.
fucking numbered.
Come on.
Are you
Also,
you
too-
into Taylor, Rhea? Like the way these lunatics are?
Ask them what happened
Never
during the
listened.
album
not
review.
not like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Sat it out.
even listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rhea,
sat
Rhea
out.
I don't
basically
listen
sat
to
out.
it
Like
at all.
she was chilling with us. It was the two of us, Rhea and Fran, and we were all doing it. And you gave grades, but for the most part, yeah,
I copied
it was,
every one of John's grades. I
You
really
like her. You're just not a huge. You're not like a. You don't die for her. You're not
Well,
gonna
that's the
slit your
thing.
wrist
It
for
seems
her.
like there's no in
Not-
between. It's
not
like,
at
Yeah, no,
all.
there's
like
not.
I don't
Well,
even
I
like to listen to
actually-
her,
I'll
and
be
then it's like,
honest.
or I would die.
No,
for her.
I like
like pickles, you love 'em
really
or hate 'em.
hated her growing up.
It
I
sounds like pickles.
really hated her, and I really don't
hated
know
her?
why. I just was
Oh
like,
no! Well, she sucked
Well,
up
I
until
just was like,
recently.
oh, I
Even
hate
you
this.
hated her.
I disliked some of her personality.
You guys
yeah,
are all
yes.
fakes.
There was I was
Fakes
just
and
like,
phonies.
oh,
Yeah.
and then and my best friend growing up was obsessed with her, so we'd always have to shut this off. And then when 1989 came out, I loved that album. Like that to me was a great album. I really enjoyed it, but I'm not like a diehard Swiftie. Like I really could care
Well, she
less.
used to kind of
Like,
make
I
like
really-
pop songs and party songs, and now it's like this folk
Yeah,
music,
but-
deep shit.
I
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
what we were saying.
like, I
That's
know.
why we like
you
it.
feel it.
She's growing as a human being.
I
You're
don't
like,
like
she
listening
used to
to
make
sad
these
songs.
pop songs. Now she makes this folk stuff. Oh, she
Yeah.
became introspective
I mean,
and is now teaching
yeah,
us,
I'm like,
putting on a
no,
master
thank
class
you.
for all of us.
No,
But all
thank
the
you.
people, okay.
Yeah, but you were saying like you like it, like you like folklore.
No, I don't. Well, I don't like her music, but I think that she does like spit bars now.
Yeah.
Like her lyrics are like deep and shit.
I think one
But
of my
I-
favorite lines that Kevin had in a long time was he's like, I listened to folklore and I got it, and it sucked. Like I wish I was just someone
Yeah.
who could only listen to Flo Rida and
Right. I don't want to relate. I don't want to relate to Taylor Swift music at all.
Yeah, no.
You know.
But
No.
see how Kelly said
This is live. This
Yeah.
is live DV reviews.
Yeah.
yes.
live.
Right.
Yes.
Kelly said, "Oh, she's introspective, whatever." But that's what all the people who believe, like, listen to Taylor Swift and die by Taylor Swift are like. Now we're all introspective.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
No, I know I'm not
Right.
introspective.
No, but
I know I'm
that's-
just
that's
fighting
me.
her.
She's-
But you're
You're talking about
not.
me.
You're not
That's-
Taylor Swift.
You think
Taylor
you're Taylor
Swift
Swift.
is Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
I
but
think-
you're not.
You
I
step
think
out
I
in the
am
morning like
becoming a
you are
better
living
person.
Taylor Swift's.
I think
like,
I listen to Taylor Swift. I listen to all of her albums and I listen to the lyrics and I analyze them and apply them to my real life and think, how can I conduct myself differently? Like I literally think that way.
Like you,
You're a
you
crazy
said
person.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Conducted differently to be like the lyrics or to be not like the lyrics.
No, depends on the lyrics. Could be one or the other. Could be one or the other.
See, I'm the same way,
Yeah.
but I think I'm reverse of what I should be doing. Where,
I
like,
get what you're
try
saying.
and relate. I'm gonna act more like the sad ones, and then
That's what
like,
you need in your
And
life.
then you're not.
More sadness,
We're
John.
all sad on sadness.
Yeah.
But I listened to the Reputation album the other day, and I haven't listened to it in a while. And that one's got like a little more "fuck you" behind it. And I was like "fuck you" for a week and a half. Like I was everybody like bah, bah, like a total bitch, like off the cuff, whatever. And then later I was like, maybe I should reel it in because I'm not really.
Yeah, that's what you
this
need.
weird.
More
Not
bitch.
Taylor
John needs more sad.
That's
and you
what I'm
need
saying.
More bitch.
Certainly don't. Certainly don't need.
How pumped are you for that Cruella de Vil movie? I think a unusual
excited.
amount of people watched that trailer and were like, "That's a Kelly Key
It was
origin
weird.
story."
I did get a lot of tags, which makes me feel great. Which means like I have been
It's
trying
about
this whole time.
a murderous lunatic,
Yeah.
like psychopathic
Yes,
chick
but this
who like
this-
dresses dramatically. And
This
everyone's like,
image
"Kelly!"
of like fear and over dramatics is translating. People
Yeah.
they're getting it. That's what I've been trying to do this whole
All
time.
right, your
is
brand is working.
Instill fear. Yeah.
How is the podcast going?
I think it's going really good.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we
What
had
do
a
you
long
guys
day.
think?
We recorded from like 3 to 7.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
we had a
do
really long
like
day.
marathon
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
It
do.
was a lot.
Because we have different sections to the pod. We do like the table read part, and we have to like pick out those, but we act those out, which is so much fun. And
it's
but it also takes
crazy.
a lot out of you. Like we did
Should we
4
get
today.
pre-feedback about what I've been worried about? I think we
Yeah,
can talk
yes,
about it.
yes,
I think
let's
we
go.
can. I think
Whatever
we
it is,
can
let's go.
talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so the next episode is G, and
Comes
so we
out
put it
tomorrow.
out on our Instagram. What do you guys want to talk about for G? A lot of people requested gays, and so we were like, okay, let's make that a topic. And
We have like a
so-
little bit of like a.
So
like
we
a
had
gay
a
audience.
conversation just being like, it's crazy that you grow up and like they don't talk same-sex relationships at school, like when you learn it in sex
Yeah.
ed class. They just like people like really ignore it, and then Bree was saying how it's like just fucking weird to be homophobic. Like it's just a weird thing to be fixated on.
Yep.
And so they're like, Rhea, you're crazy for being worried about putting this episode out. I just don't want people to be like, oh, these 3 white fucking straight bitches are like,
Yeah.
Honestly,
things,
Which we
you know
also
what I mean?
said that
you'll
though.
probably. I mean,
We said it
yeah,
100
like,
times.
that
We're like,
will
listen,
happen,
we
but
know that
fucking-
we're like 3
everything.
straight white bitches. We're
Yeah.
trying to show like
we didn't say anything
how-
wrong. We were just like
Yeah.
trying to show
like how
support.
fucked up it was that we didn't know about this and how we appreciate it now and how more people can hopefully like appreciate it and think about it and look into more
can't-
research
you'll-
in the future. Like,
Anybody who says that, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we did age, sex, location last night, and, and somebody was chirping me that the both the girls and guys were white. I was like, yeah, I don't know. We're doing a reality TV show thing. It's always white
They're
people.
just white
I don't
people.
know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Next week will be diverse, and next week after that will be gay people. We'll work that out. I don't know.
it's not-
It's you know,
can't make
I
everybody
wouldn't worry
happy.
about it. Yeah.
I actually never thought about that. The whole like not teaching gay stuff in high school or.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
went-
because
I went-
you have to just
conversation.
hear
we
about
like
it.
went off about it. We went off about it
So
because we're like, you
thought-provoking?
never.
It was yeah. I'm like,
Okay,
you're right.
cool.
I had never just showed 2 dicks together.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
always
It was
it's
just
always the donut and the banana.
Peen and vagine.
Peen and vagine,
Yeah.
literally always. It's so, and it sucks. And I was saying, because I'm obviously older than them, how growing up it was like you didn't learn anything from anybody, and
You don't learn
you
anything that
became
actually
old,
matters.
right? And then
No.
you became old,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh fuck, I'm so behind on all this information. Like I feel ignorant now because I didn't know shit. How embarrassing for me. Like why wasn't I taught this as a child? Why didn't I have people surrounding me to like?
Everything like
Help me
when you
learn
actually
this.
get into real life, you need to know how to like interact with other people that are different than you. You need to know how to like handle a relationship, get a house, and like and earn and keep your money.
What'd you say?
And
Taxes.
none of
Yeah,
that.
I said taxes.
Taxes,
Do your
taxes.
stocks,
My dad,
investments.
my
Yeah.
dad did my
Yes,
taxes
yes.
this
Right.
weekend.
Like-
Thank you, Dad.
Right.
Yeah, I have a
and
full-time
so the-
job.
and instead you're learning
I'm an
like
employee here.
art
I should be
history.
doing them.
Yeah.
and
Who
like
the fuck
you
needs
know.
art history?
Yeah.
Did you guys have to take art
unless you're
history in
gonna be
college?
like I did.
I took it in high school.
Yeah.
I took it like I think
If
of
you're
my
gonna
own volition,
be
though.
an
I don't think
artist,
Why did we
maybe.
even have art? Not even art history, art class.
Art,
Yeah.
you got it.
I like
Art's
art.
where you learn about gay stuff. In
Yeah, to be honest, to be honest, we're looking at it the wrong way. That was our
They
opportunity.
were teaching
Yeah,
it.
they're like,
Yeah.
look at this naked man. Paint it, man.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know.
I do love the like the vibe that art teachers give off. Like they're always wearing a lot of funky stuff. They got weird shit in their hair always.
You
and
would
they're
be an
just
art teacher.
flimsy.
I had the
I feel I would
weirdest
like
art
to
teacher.
yeah,
She was
if I
awesome.
were in another
Mrs.
life.
I had
Sanchez
that.
wore flowing gowns all the time.
Yeah.
What kind of teacher do you guys think you would be?
Yeah.
Ooh. John, be a gym teacher.
Do you, I was
Oh.
gonna say the same thing, but only because you're wearing a hat.
Because they're so lazy. Gym teachers.
I was
are
like,
so
gym teacher.
Yo,
out of
gym
shape.
teacher.
I'm catching ricochets right
Only
now.
because the hat. Only because the hat. I swear.
Hat. You wear a hat. You gym teacher.
I was gonna say humanities teacher is what I
What is
would
that
go.
even?
Ooh,
What's
good.
No,
humanities?
a normal subject. Gym, math,
Humanities was a
English.
normal
What's
subject.
I don't know what even that
Humanities.
is.
What is
like
humanities?
social studies and
Oh,
English.
social
Social
studies.
studies and
Okay.
English are like
Oh, okay.
the
Social
better.
Oh yeah,
history.
because you do writing.
Humanities also.
Yeah. 2 words.
John, maybe these people don't know because humanities was for like smart people. a
Yeah,
little bit,
exactly.
so,
Oh,
not
you didn't
to-
go to school humanities class?
Oh, you didn't. You weren't in humanities.
It
class?
shows.
Weird.
Yeah. Did you go to a private school?
No, public school, but we still
I
had
did.
humanities.
See, that's the thing. I went to a
humanities class
private
in public
school.
school is some bullshit.
It was you had to be smart to be in that class.
No.
Yes, you did.
Him,
Or otherwise
him
you were
it
like
doesn't
in
surprise
history
me.
1 and
Him and
history
his
2.
Feitelberg went to college when he was like 12.
I had
Feitelberg
to
went
take
to
a
boarding
test
school.
to get
like-
into my high school. So.
Oh shit!
Okay.
What?
The SSATs? Secondary
No,
school
it's called
admissions test?
What?
It's the
Yeah,
secondary
this
school.
shit is.
I don't
His
know that. I have
school
no idea
experience
what you're
is
talking
so fucking
I
made
know. It's
up,
called a
crazy.
co-op test.
Where'd you go to the Abbey or something like that?
Yeah.
The Abbey. He lived like on a dorm when he was like 13.
Oh yeah, you did go to
weird.
boarding school, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Okay,
I went to
forget
boarding
about
school.
that.
I didn't live there.
Okay. Moving on.
we had our rooms, but I didn't.
Kevin, what teacher do you think you would be?
I don't know. I feel like that's you guys tell me.
Yeah, we gotta.
Kevin, you'd be a history teacher.
I was
could be
gonna
history.
say
It's like a
history.
step down from humanities.
I don't think you could be. I don't think you could be English. I don't
smart
think you
enough.
have like the passion for
Yeah, you're
for
not
like
English.
grammatical
Oh, definitely not that.
errors and things. You know what I mean? Like
No,
teaching
yeah,
like that.
no,
You could be like a creative writing teacher.
Yeah, I could do the creative
Yeah,
shit.
that's
I'm
Oh,
not-
creative writing
like-
teacher was the best.
The
gig.
best,
And
the best.
Like we had a creative, like a fellow who would like it was like one
Oh,
a
cool.
year.
This
You'd have
motherfucker's got fellows in humanities. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Fuck,
You
this
could
guy went to
have
school.
one new one a year, and they were always just drunk the entire time.
of
It was
course.
it was like in Harry Potter. Who's the guy like the celebrity who comes to teach? and
Professor
he's actually,
Lockhart?
Is he the fake, the
Yes.
phony?
How do you
Professor
know
Lockhart. He
fucking
teaches
everything?
defense against the dark arts.
Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Potter
yeah.
is
that
fucking-
guy.
One
And
year.
it was just like, oh,
In
this
the,
like
in the Chamber
random
of Secrets.
person who's fucking weird and drunk. Yeah, that's.
See, you know, I would go with the history teacher because my history teacher in high school was a raging drunk because he
Mine too.
Because guess what? Guess what? History doesn't change. So he just had like a book of notes and he was like, "Poof," like Revolutionary War, poof, like
And we've
Civil
actually
War.
talked
You're
about
done.
that before too. Where like, history teachers only teach up to like the history they learned.
Yeah, it stops in like
I was in school and
stops in like barely like World War II. Like you
Yeah, I don't
learn,
know
like the
anything
whole
past
history of the
that.
world, and then it's like June 15th, and they're like, all right, let's go through World War I, World War II, Vietnam. Like they cram it all into like last like 4 weeks
Yeah,
of the
they
whole
really
year.
do.
Why
I
do we only
remember-
learn about wars?
We only
That's
also,
the only thing we
also we
learned
spent
about
so
in
much
history.
time. I actually wasn't complaining about this, but we spent so much time on like the Renaissance era, and not enough on like Greek mythology, in my opinion. I think that's the most
This
Oh,
bitch.
interesting.
I was
See,
upset
the
that we
Greek-
instead of modern times.
I was gonna say, how about we
Greek
talk
we
about
learned
like
in
the
English
fucking,
class.
Yeah.
you know,
True,
the
that's
war in
true. We
read,
Afghanistan. I don't know,
I don't
something
know if
happening
I'm,
right
like,
fucking now.
Do I need to like learn about modern times? I'm literally living it. Like, do I need to hear about?
But
what
do you
I'm,
like?
what I'm
you don't
learning?
know
I
anything
remember I
about it.
got
True.
I got mad when I watched Waco, and I was like, why did no one ever tell me
Yes,
about
yes.
this? This is crazy. I was alive for this.
That's fair. That's
and I
fair.
was like,
That's
maybe
so true.
someone should have just broached the topic at one
Like,
point.
hey,
like-
there's a goddamn cult fire, like firestorm going on.
and it
over
was
there.
it was early enough that like you could have taught me in high school. Like it was in what 92 something like that.
Yeah.
Like you could have taught
See,
me.
we don't
that.
know.
Like, you could have taught me that in
learned it.
high school, and it wouldn't have been crazy.
That's fair.
I agree.
we do have so the whole idea was Valentine's Day stuff, so we can talk about that. We got
I like that, by the way. I didn't realize, like, I knew that yesterday, but
Yeah,
when you
well,
had originally asked
the
us, I
theme
didn't
is
know it was gonna be
love.
Valentine's themed. I loved it.
It's also
Love's
like
in the air.
catastrophic Valentine's Day stories or
Cool.
best and worst. Are you guys Valentine's Day girls?
Fucking hate Valentine's Day.
Occasionally.
Oh, a hate,
That
a
doesn't
hard
surprise
hate.
me.
A hard
hate
hate.
it.
I could see you.
Hate it so much.
Why is that?
I'm half and half.
I just think it's so stupid. Like, what? Your boyfriend's supposed to love you extra this one day of the year. He's supposed treat me like this every day. That's
We
what I
talked
want.
about it where I kind of think it's a suburban holiday.
Yeah.
Where like 'cause people are like, we're stepping out tonight, honey. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take you
Get
to
your
the
shoes
city.
on, we're
We're going
going
to a
out.
hotel. I'm like, we go out fucking 3-4 nights in a week. Why do we need to go out tonight?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Very true.
saying. Like, why is it anything different than every other day?
That's
You're
very fair.
50-50?
I'm 50-50. I don't like it
I have a
when
boyfriend or
people
I don't
are.
have a boyfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
occasionally,
Yeah.
yes. But
I'm
I
single, I hate it.
appreciate the things I like about it are like I love all this shit. Like I love all the pink and the loudness and like the colors and sparkles and whatever. But like if I don't have any real reason to celebrate it, I'm kind of like, well, whatever. This shit sucks.
Oh, so you think of it like kind of how I think about college football. I love the pageantry. Don't really care about
Yeah, I
the
don't need
rest.
the actual.
yes, exactly. The pageantry. I've been looking for that word exactly for like a week, so thank you.
What
I'm
about
gonna
you,
use
Rhea?
it for a lot now.
You've been quiet.
I'm not too attached to holidays in general. Like I don't really.
I appreciate that stance.
I talked about this on Chicks in the Office this week actually because we were talking about our favorite seasons and people love fall. I don't really love the fall because for some reason I understand the weather and football and all that, but I get very sad every fall. I don't know why. It's not even winter for me. It's fall. It
It's called
happens.
seasonal depression.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well, becoming an
why.
adult.
I have no idea
But
what it
then
is.
they were mentioning
Seasonal
like,
depression.
oh, but then it leads into like the holidays and like, yeah, that's cool. But like, I'm really not too. I don't really care about them that much. I pretend and I'm like, yay, Christmas, whatever. I didn't even spend Christmas with my family this year. Like,
Well,
or
this year
any-
was
well,
especially
yeah,
weird,
well,
yeah.
of course. But they did something and I was like, whatever. Like I.
It wasn't COVID. It was just I didn't
yeah,
come.
I just was like,
whatever.
whatever. Like, kind of use that as an excuse, whatever.
Yeah.
But Valentine's Day, I really don't care about every year. I'm like, as long as you get me chocolate covered strawberries, I'm gonna be fine. Like that's
you have, like, your
that's
one thing,
really
that's
just
it.
chocolate covered strawberries. And then so this year. Leading like 2 weeks leading up to it, I was like, I think I'm gonna care this year, just to throw Hank off a little bit. I think I'm gonna care.
with
You know, I haven't cared the
it
last
up.
3 years, but the
Spice it
fourth
up.
year,
I'm
I'm
a
gonna
fucking-
care.
yeah.
You know what, a hissy fit because he didn't plan anything.
And
Then you
then
care.
we all were stuck at home anyway, so we looked at each other. We're like, nah. Like I was like, I'm not gonna get you anything because first of all, I also was feeling lazy. I was like, oh, I have to like
Well,
think
guys don't
about
get
this as
anything
well.
on Valentine's
No,
Day,
but
you know?
I feel like you have to do a little something.
Like silly
Yeah,
stuff.
don't
You
you
know,
guys
like
do
a-
something
expect
silly or
something?
just
I was
like,
saying like I would give
I
like
don't
box of
expect
briefs.
it.
but
If
it's
I
nice.
get-
I would never
I get-
not do that for Hank if I know he's getting me something. But I was like, listen, I'm not getting you anything. Don't get me anything.
That's such
I'll
a
make
trap,
you dinner. You order the chocolate covered strawberries. We'll just write like that's
Yeah,
it.
I
We're
would
good to
believe
go.
that coming from you. I wouldn't believe it from any other girls though. Usually, like the don't get me anything. I don't want to do anything.
Oh yeah, no,
'Cause
like
then-
I'm like
'cause
straight up.
I
like,
actually
please
believe
don't.
that some
Like,
girls
that's it.
believe that, and then the night of, the day after, whatever, all their girlfriends are posting where they went, what they got, and then they're like, oh well, now I'm pissed. It's like, well,
That's
said
another
so.
thing.
Saw
The
that
posting.
Yeah.
So I was like, in my head, I was like, do I like need to post for Valentine's Day? Like,
I
because
didn't.
like Hank and I, we live together, we work in the same place, we're together all the time. So
Yeah.
like posting isn't really a thing in my head with Hank, because it's not like I'm not like I need to post my boyfriend. Like we're all
Everybody-
together all
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we know we like each other. So what does everyone have
Good
to
way
know
to
that
be.
for?
Yep.
So I was like, do I need to? I was like thinking about it, and then I opened up my Instagram, and Hank posted 10 pictures of me on his Instagram. I was like,
I did notice that.
I was like,
It had been like the half
So
the day went by,
many.
and
The
all of a
full
sudden just
carousel.
like marathon
Wow.
from
It
Hank,
was
and I was like,
marathon.
shit, Rhea hasn't
Yeah.
posted anything
With hearts
yet.
on each
and that's
picture.
But
so
that's what I
sweet,
mean.
and
That's
Hank- and Hank,
Valentine's
he
Day is
loves me, and I
for like the
love him,
girl like
that's
that.
great,
and
but,
not the
like,
guy.
so many people were messaging me, and they were like, heads up, Hank just posted 10 pictures of you on his story, and you haven't
haven't done
posted
shit.
anything, so you should probably post something. So I just posted a couple pictures of him, because I'm like, I
gotta do it now.
I appreciate him, but like, we know this about
Yeah.
each other, so
Yeah.
Right.
I,
Well,
I
that's
think
kind
it's a
of. I
confusing
mean,
thing.
so we have like some stories here, and as I'm reading through them, it's like, so junior year of high school, senior year of high school, when we were 15, like I kind of think it's a
like a
younger thing
juvenile
when you're-
holiday?
Yeah, a little bit. Where
It's like juvenile also for like moms. Moms love Valentine's Day.
yeah,
Like,
and then
feel
I think it also
that's-
kind of comes back around when it's like,
When that's your
okay,
only
we've
night
been
out.
like in a loveless marriage, and we
Yeah.
need to like spice it up.
One
today.
thing
We gotta fake it for tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
One
right.
Valentine's Day I regret, and you bring up high school. My boyfriend in high school who broke up with me all the time and then would like get me back, whatever, whole very shitty situation. One Valentine's Day we weren't exactly on, but it was kind of like up in the air,
In that
and somebody
limbo.
yeah, in the limbo, and somebody we knew who always had the best parties at a mansion house was throwing a party, and he wanted nothing to do with me until he found out about this party I was going to, and he was like, why don't you come over for Valentine's Day? And I fucking went, and I think about it all the time. I'm like, you missed out on that party. Yes, there were many parties, but I think about it all the time, how instead of going to this party with my friends, I went to this boy's house who didn't really like me. He just didn't want me to go to the party on Valentine's Day.
That sounds like a Taylor Swift song.
It sucks.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
that's shitty. But that's something that you would never do that now, but maybe you would if you hadn't made that mistake already.
I guess so.
What's your
right?
worst
Rhea gave
Valentine's
everything
Day?
she had to a boy who changed his mind.
Where's Valentine's Day? Yeah.
Have you had a horror show Valentine's?
I'm dying. I don't think I have. I
No?
don't think I've had anything like notably bad.
I couldn't tell you one
don't
single
know.
thing I've ever done on Valentine's.
Me
I saw John
either.
Mulaney on
I
Valentine's
don't
live on
recall.
Valentine's Day.
That's a
years
good
ago.
date.
Oh, that's a
It was
fun
great.
one.
It was
Yeah.
a pre-planned.
That's a great
It happened.
date,
It
actually,
happened
a
to
comedy
be
show.
like Valentine's, or like the day after. Like it just happened to be when he was at Radio City, and it worked out. And that was probably my favorite of all time.
You?
that was a
Anything?
really good
Anything
one.
stand out, good or bad?
No, I mean this one sucked.
Yeah.
I was just like, me and my boyfriend were we were driving home from Maine, and I was like, fuck, it's Valentine's Day. Fuck, like, we were in Maine all weekend. I didn't get you anything. I was like, yeah, me either. And I was like, still down to fuck. And I was like, that was basically it. I never
That's how
really
it is.
celebrated,
That's how the
yeah.
cookie crumbles. I spent my Valentine's Day this year with 3 of my gay besties, and I drank a whole bottle of champagne and a whole bottle of red wine immediately after, and I think was hungover for like 39 hours.
Yeah,
so like
you
it was
were, yeah.
the most. I talked to you a lot on Monday. Monday was the day I could not
That's right,
stop
you
throwing up.
were-
I could
you were
not
the
get out
corpse.
of bed. It was
Yeah.
the worst. I kept every like 20 minutes I would wake up, check, make sure shit was going on, like do something quick, and then
You're
like
too
try
old for
so
multiple
hard.
bottles
I
of
can't.
anything.
I can't do one full bottle of anything
No.
anymore. So this
You
is my
can't?
first.
Well, that's right, because I forgot you've like
No, I
kind of
stopped.
stopped.
Yeah,
drinking.
I only drink socially now, so it's like a whole thing. But this is the first.
You
this
just
is the first,
socialize 4 times a week.
Yeah, now that I'm like here all the time, I'm drinking a lot more lately.
Yeah.
But this is the first I'm having red wine
Welcome,
since
by the
Sunday.
way. I'm happy you're here.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank
Took
you,
like
thank you.
12 years, you know,
Happy to be
whatever.
here.
Cheers
If
to
you just
Kelly.
continue
Wow, you guys,
to make
Oh, I think I
content,
went
you
for
can
that,
achieve
and
your
we didn't go,
dreams,
and
you
that was
know?
bad luck.
I appreciate that. Wow, that's so nice. Don't
That
make me
was,
cry.
um,
you know how easy it is to make me cry. Don't make me.
Yeah, like, I mean, I tried to make it happen how many years ago? YouTube and
A long
Kelly
time ago.
Keegs. If they had just fucking listened, we would have been doing it like
I know.
10 years later.
Who knows?
Well, let's hear from Ebony, who submitted her own video on her Valentine's Day story. You know, if you know Ebony, you know it's going to be
Yeah, I'm
the
psyched
wild
for
one.
this. I
I know,
haven't
I'm
seen it.
excited.
I would say the worst would be 2 years ago. Thought I was gonna do something romantic. Thought I was gonna set the house up nice. Wrong. I waited for him to come in. You know, proceeded to come into my house, and we have the disposable stripper pole. You know me. Yeah, no. Long story short, jumped on the pole. Forgot to tighten those. Forgot to tighten up the pole. Fell face first into the chocolate fountain. Titties burned. Candy burned my ass. I still have the scar. So yeah, that had to have been the worst Valentine's Day experience for me. We'll never do it again. Never ever.
Never, what'd you say? Never do it again. Never do it
Never do
again.
it again.
See, I
That's
appreciate
so
that
funny.
because if I came into my apartment or an apartment and it was like that was set up, I would be downtrodden. I'd be like, oh, I gotta do a whole like acrobatic thing today.
Yeah, that's
Like,
tough. That's a lot.
Like something
You're
you weren't
asking a
prepared
lot.
for. Like I'm not ready to like be fucking off a stripper pole and like
But now,
and a chocolate
but
fountain
I
all
had
over.
that
fucking-
is
Yeah.
you. I would imagine Ebony's usually down to hop on the pole and get freaky with it. You know Ebony.
Yeah,
And her
Ebony,
man's
I'm sure
ready
would.
and her
but
man is probably down as well.
Ebony's younger than me. I'm 32 years old, Kevin. I can't keep up with someone who wants to swing on stripper poles anymore. This is like, I'll eat the fondue. I'll have the chocolate fondue and let's pop on the Notebook. That sounds nice. But
It does sound nice, actually. I love the Notebook.
That's
But a
ass
stripper
and
fantasy
titties
is
burned
just
by
too
the
much.
fondue is.
Yeah, the
I
titty
mean, that-
burn.
that's tough.
crazy.
That's tough. A titty
That's like
burn,
straight
yeah.
out of a
Ooh,
movie.
ouch.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
ow, ow.
That is straight out of a movie.
Yeah.
It makes
Have
for a
you
great
ever
story.
have you ever tried to do something like that? Not like that, but tried to go like above and beyond and had it like totally backfire.
I went above and beyond, and it didn't backfire
Ooh, yeah,
at a
girl.
strip club after Rough and Rowdy. I
Down
don't
in
know,
West
you-
Virginia.
Oh, I
In
remember
West
this story.
Virginia.
That's what Hank won, right?
Tell the
And
story.
when
It's been
Hank-
a
That
long
was
time
like a
since I-
Yeah,
fucking,
this
like,
is
party.
Tell it. It's been a long time.
It was my
It's
first
worth
time.
retelling.
The strip club is called Southern Exposure in West Virginia. I've always wanted to go to a strip club, and I.
Oh, you had
said-
never gone
no,
until
I had
then?
never gone before.
Oh wow, that surprised me.
I was only 19.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's a bebe.
Uh,
She's a bebe.
I always
Or maybe
forget
20.
that.
I don't remember. I was either 19 or 20. Never been to a strip club.
Your first strip club being West Virginia Bear Exposure.
yeah,
Southern
no,
Exposure
oh
is
yeah.
an experience.
Well, I
That's something else.
listen. We go. First of all, the ladies, they wouldn't let us in. They were like, it was really hard for us to be let in. They only wanted to let the guys in. We had to pay an absurd amount to get in.
Wow.
That's besides the point. We're all having a great time. The strippers are what you would imagine West Virginia strippers.
I think that's why they wouldn't let you in, by the way. You know,
yeah,
like we don't need any
I don't know.
competition. We're West Virginia
Yeah,
strippers.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
And Hank's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and him and his friends were giving me money because I don't know, whatever. They're like, oh, whatever, here's some money. Hank's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Tells his friends, he's like, you guys just wait with Rhea. The stripper comes out to The Sound of Silence. You know,
Oh my
like with like a veil over her face, like a black veil over her face, holding two candles in her hand to The Sound of Silence, and it's like, you know, hello, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Hello,
what.
Dogs.
I thought it was the saxophone song.
No,
but
no,
okay.
no,
No, that
no,
Careless
don't.
Whisper.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be dope. The Sound of Silence is like
She
a
comes out
depressing
to this.
fucking song.
She comes up to me. All of a sudden, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, that's
Starts
kinda dope.
playing, and she's like, pour this on me. And she just opens up, vagina in my face, hands me the candle wax, and tells me to pour it on her. So I start pouring the candle wax all over the stripper's vagina. Everybody in the place is cheering. Everybody's going crazy.
Yeah.
There's people from work here. I think this is like Tom Lay's favorite story.
Yeah, I bet.
there were so
My
many
favorite story
people-
now.
There were so many people there. Hank was in the bathroom.
You missed the whole thing?
He missed the whole thing. So he comes out. Everyone's cheering. Everyone's like, you missed it. You missed it. Hank's like, what the fuck? Like, what? I missed it?
no.
And the stripper heard, and she goes, let's do it again. And she turns over, and she's like, now pour it on my ass this time. So then I poured it on her ass. Candle wax on a stripper's vagina.
Fucking
and ass.
right.
And my
Wow.
first time at a strip
Excellent
club,
story.
and now I don't
Honestly,
think
first and last.
never
Like
go
I would be
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
I
going out
don't
on
think
top.
I could
never
ever
top
go
that.
to another strip club in my life because nothing will be better than being
No.
a part of the experience.
Yeah, for real.
True.
They welcomed me into
Well,
this.
I do feel like that kind of happens with chicks at strip clubs, but usually
Definitely.
it's like they'll flirt with you,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
motorboat you, or whatever, but not like
Motorboat is all I've ever
Pour
had.
Yeah.
hot wax
That
on
They
my
kind of give you a
vagina.
lap dance. They kind of like, you know, fuck with you a little bit, but not like pour
I've
wax
had
on my
a
pussy.
stripper just rip my friend's shirt off. Like,
Girl?
It was a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
She was
That's
like,
too much.
she
They
was
do
just
that
in it,
shit.
and I was like, yeah, like that seems not okay.
Yeah.
It was like,
Maybe
just
not
like
that.
titties out, like it was like took her
Yeah.
shirt completely off.
Do I know this friend?
No, you don't know this friend.
How did she react?
She loved it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
she was into
read the
it.
room.
It
Whatever.
seemed, but
Yeah.
it was in Toronto, so I guess
Yeah, that's-
rules are
I
different
guess,
over
yeah,
there.
they are
depending on who's there, like, who do I want seeing my titties?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's
Like,
I've had
yeah.
strippers take my shirt off, and they saw my titties, and I wasn't too happy.
And then
Yeah.
put the shirt back on.
Weren't you like 15?
I was 15 in Prague. No, it was my 16th birthday. I was in Prague, and they gave me like a lesbian lap dance. And they took my. I had like
seems
I
healthy.
have kind of a doughy body now.
Yeah.
Think about me with all that baby fat still. I had braces at the time. It was.
Oh my god, braces at the strip club?
Yeah, braces at the strip club is like Come on, Prague. Come on.
If
Have
you
some
want
standards
braces,
here.
you have to deny the person.
You have
Yeah.
to.
Have
You
to.
have
you
to.
could be like
Not
30 and be like, I have adult.
Yeah, you
no,
can have
you
adult
can't come in
braces.
with
Get out of my
No, you
face
can't
with
come in
the
with
fucking
braces.
braces.
This is a bad
They're
look
gross.
for the
A
strip
strict
club.
no
Like,
braces.
yeah, like the
rule.
club can be like, you don't look hot enough, basically. Like, you can't come in my club with braces.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
no.
do braces.
No,
at
no,
the
no,
strip
no.
That
No,
should be
braces
Can't
should be banned from clubs going forward.
Yeah.
Let's get that statement.
I don't think
out there.
braces exist anymore.
They have.
They don't, it's just like
They cleared
Invisalign.
all the clear
They're
things. I
clear.
think braces
That's
are the thing of the past,
something.
or the dentist.
That's something that like.
No, there's still,
No,
there's
there's
still
still
them.
money.
do the Invisalign.
It's just new.
It's the same
Oh,
shit.
they
It's
just
just
oh, it's the same
just like
people
same
do
shit,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was
Yeah.
like you go to like
Technology.
the fucking.
You know who has to be pissed
Claw
though? The
trees.
like
My
older
mom's an
orthodontist who had to
orthotech,
learn how
Oh,
to deal with
really?
all that metal
Tightening it
forever
up
and
and the
tightening
rubber
it.
bands
And you
and
know who else
shit.
is pissed?
Me,
Because
we
I
had to go
real
through
fucking
it.
braces. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had-
Me
I had
too.
those hooks
The
that they would
kids who have
put
the
them on your
fucking-
big molars so you could put the fucking rubber
Rubber
bands.
bands, yeah.
But
That
when I
moves
first
your whole
got them,
fucking jaw.
when I first got them, they put them on the back teeth and the hooks on all four
Just dug into
embedded
your-
into my
Yes.
shit. I had to have them removed by my orthodontist, who was so cute, by the way. And I was like in the 5th grade, and we rolled up, and I was like, Dr. Lowe, my shit is fucked up. And he was like, okay, I pulled it out, and I could like barely ever look him in the eyes.
You had
I was
5th
so
grade
embarrassed.
braces?
I got them on in 5th grade, got them off in 7th though.
Dude,
So
I was-
nobody remembers me with braces.
I was
which
in
is
high
great.
school.
I'm the exact
Got
opposite.
braces in
Where
high
they,
school?
my whole life they kept telling me you don't need them, you don't need them, you don't need them. And then at 17 they were like, you should
need
probably
'em.
get braces.
Oh, that's
You
fine.
God, they were
Damn.
Well,
16,
but you know
I
what the
guess.
thing is?
I was a
When-
junior
when-
in high school.
If I was
sophomore
that
in high
age,
school.
I
That's
would be,
crazy.
I'd
Late.
kind of be into it because I'd be like, I want my teeth straight and I'm not gonna like fuck around. I got them at like that age, and when
Yeah.
you're, I'm at any age, but when you're a boy at that age, it's like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like wear your
Yeah.
retainer, I had a headgear at one point. You're supposed to wear at night. I was like, fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
that's
You had
I,
headgear?
I had like a. Yeah, it was like a thing around. It wasn't like a big thing, but it went like around my neck and then came out. I was like,
It's like
I'm not fucking
it
wearing
pulls.
this.
It's supposed to. It's
too
the
much.
point of it is like the pressure is supposed to slowly guide them down
Right.
into place. I mean, it sounds
And I
fucking
used
ridiculous.
to break the wires all the time, and I'd be like, that's broken. And then I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna fix this. And then I would show up at the appointment. And they'd be like, your teeth haven't moved. Like, what's up with that? I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
And the
you
Like,
guys-
your wires are broken, and you haven't worn
The
shit,
broken
dude.
wires, the broken wires, like stab you also. with
Oh.
guns
You should
and
be
shit.
thankful
Shit
because
hurt.
I had Invisalign. No big deal because I was a child actor and model, and they did not allow me to have braces. So I had to get
As they
Invisalign,
shouldn't.
the things that pop in and out, and I threw them out all the time in napkins because
Yes.
you'd forget your case.
It's like the
It was
retainer,
a complete
yeah.
waste of money. My bottom teeth are not straight at all. My top teeth are straight, which is nice.
That's all that
You get
matters.
away
You
with
keep
it.
their-
Yeah, yeah.
That's all that matters.
But it was a complete waste of money, and I would have to pay again
But those are
when you throw
so
them out.
much better than the metal. I mean, I
Oh,
was
yeah,
talking
it's
to
just
better.
the,
I
the
got
like
like the really
emotional
young-
scarring alone,
When
mental
you're really
scarring.
young, though, when you have braces, like 11 years old, like really, who cares?
Yeah,
you know?
but that's what I mean. Like I was like playing basketball and shit. I'd get like hit with the ball, hit with an elbow, and like
Yeah, well,
your
did you
gut- your
survive? Are
fucking
you okay
lip is-
now?
Barely.
I had
Barely,
a kid
Rhea.
who I played baseball with, who like before he would chew tobacco, he would rub his gums like this. He had braces, and he would rub his gums on his braces in order to cut
them,
his
though.
lip,
Oh, that's
so we could put
crazy.
the dip in, and it would get into his bloodstream faster.
That
he would
is-
spit like
Have
tobacco
you ever,
juice
have
and
you
blood.
ever
Addiction.
chew tobacco, Kelly?
No, and I will never do it because
Really?
everybody tells me
You ever do
that?
that they're
Throw
gonna
lip?
throw up.
Yeah.
I could see.
Yeah,
Obviously.
the way you said yeah was
obviously.
like.
Yeah.
Like
If I were to
many
pick
times
out
or
of
like
all
one
those,
time?
most
No,
like-
it happened like 3 times. Yeah.
Did you throw up?
First time, yeah.
Yeah, I think literally
it
everyone
again.
throws up their first time.
I didn't throw up, but I did have to get carried out of bleachers.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Crazy feeling.
I
It
had
really was.
spins
it
pretty
fucking
bad.
yeah. I
was like,
have
"Ooh, this is drugs."
zero interest in ever doing it.
No,
but,
disgusting.
yeah. You
I
ever
had
did it,
to. I feel like
Rhea?
you have to.
Yeah.
You gotta try.
I
But
tell,
I
I
actually
tell
will
this fuck
say-
all the time. It's crazy. We just have, I
Here's a
just
hot
let him
take.
like fill his bottle up with his fucking spit and
Yeah,
just put it next to me.
so
And I'm just like, yeah,
gross.
we do this.
So
That's just a
gross.
thing that's allowed to happen.
It is.
Crazy.
I think it's
disgusting.
kind of hot. Like when guys
Yeah.
would like
You're crazy.
spit in high school, I'd be like, all right. Like, I don't know why when girls would be like, it's so fucking disgusting. Like, yes, I would never like put it in my mouth. I want nothing to do with that. But I had no issue with guys.
But have you ever
doing
made
it.
out with somebody who like just had a dip in?
No.
Then that's why you don't think it's that gross.
See, I had a girlfriend who liked it. I had a girlfriend who
Well,
would be like,
if you like it, then sure.
Girlfriends are crazy.
Yeah, I
So
was
you
like,
get that extra buzz, the
Yeah.
secondhand buzz.
Yeah,
She like, go on,
It's like
taste a bit.
shotgunning. You know?
yeah, yeah. So that I
Or like
prefer
when they
over
blow
over
slowly
that.
blow smoke in someone's
Yeah.
mouth.
That's
Yeah.
shotgunning. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
also
that's-
prefer that. But
The
no,
thought of
the
that
making
makes me
the
sick.
taste of it on someone else's gums, it doesn't translate the
They
same
have-
way as like shotgunning
They
cigarette
just have
smoke, which
nicotine pouches
Oh,
now.
the cigarette smoke
yeah, that's what
shotgun.
I'm saying. I'm thinking more of that. When you said
Weed
shotgun, I
is-
thought cigarette smoke.
I was thinking of
immediately.
weed.
No, Well, weed, yes, but the first like smoke I ever shotgun was
Cigarette.
like
But
Marlboro.
at that point, you're just,
I'm
you're
sorry,
just doing
Camel Crush.
everything with cigarettes because it's
Yeah,
just like
right.
let's do everything. Well, I think we have a video about this guy who wants to talk to because we got high girls. Tom, I believe, is his name on the video there. He's got a question for you girls.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Tom Thomp, and I had a question for you. It's perfect for the Because We Get High girls. I moved from a part of the country where weed is completely legal to a place where it's the most illegal it could possibly be. And I was looking for a job, so I have been on what equates to about a 6-month tolerance break from smoking weed. And I finally landed a job, and I'm in the clear, and I can go back to my my devious ways. So I was wondering if you guys had any suggestions on how I should break my tolerance. Normally I'm a joint guy, but bowl, bong, I have all the accoutrement available to me. And like, should I go see a movie? Should I go to a park? Like, I'm looking for the best suggestion as to how to break the 6-month tolerance and really enjoy my first smoke back. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks so much.
Does weed change
Roll up and
is
listen
weed
to our
tolerance like
podcast.
alcohol tolerance? I imagine
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
like if you don't do it for a while, you get higher.
Yeah.
Let's each. I feel like we would all have different things. Let's each say what we would say.
Roll
Rhea,
up
go
a
first.
fat backwood blunt. That's it. There's no other option. Do not do a
Blunt
joint.
Dottie. You knew
Yeah.
you knew Rhea was going to blunt.
Do not do a joint, no bowl, no bong. You're going straight to the blunt. A backwood, to be specific, maybe honey or berry, whichever you prefer. Order mashed potatoes and
Great choice.
maybe some macaroni and cheese. Maybe
Sides
a
only.
few sides. Yes,
Yeah.
a few sides. Macaroni and cheese.
From
Like
where?
Maybe some loose
I don't know,
corn
like
even
a
sounds kinda
corn
good.
creme brulee, maybe. Like
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those, like,
Cream
God,
cream
damn, I
corn.
want to fucking smoke a
Yeah,
blunt.
yeah.
You know,
Order
Yeah,
from
yeah.
like a steakhouse and get the nice
Yeah,
sides.
yeah,
Cream
yeah.
spinach,
Or
Or
mashed
even like
potatoes.
honestly, order from like fucking KFC. Like get a
Yeah.
famous
Boston
or
Market,
a
baby.
Boston
Go
Market.
Boston Market. Boston
Yeah.
Market
With the
has
cornbread,
best
too?
Sides.
Oh,
Oh, and a biscuit with butter. Go all out. Go all out. And then sit your ass on the couch and just pick a TV show that has 7 to 10 episodes and just fly through it. That's it.
can't
That's
really top
that's
that.
really the
Fantastic.
only way
Yeah.
to do it.
That was
Yeah,
fantastic.
that was
That was
very
fantastic.
passionate.
Can you follow that, Bree?
I don't think so. Like, that's what I
The
want
only
to do.
thing, the
That's what
only
I do
thing
every
disagree.
night.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
That's not like a special thing. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
called Tuesday.
Yeah,
The
and
only
that's
thing
just
I
like
disagree
the
with-
way to do it.
The only thing I disagree with is the backwoods blunt, only because a backwoods blunt will fuck your ass up. And
I
first,
think that's what he wants, though.
Yeah.
right, but 6 months coming off the thing, you don't want to like pass out and throw up on yourself. If you're like,
True.
it depends on his situation. Like, who knows? I would substitute
6 months
that
out is
with.
probably-
I would take probably like 10 to 20 milligrams of edibles. And while I took those and waiting for them to kick in, I would like either smoke a bowl or a little bit of my bong, like little hits, waiting for it to kick in while I think about what I want to order. It would probably end up being something like that. And then by the time all the food was here, I would be high from the edibles, a little bit high from whatever I was smoking, and then I would just keep that rolling and do the same thing. I like a slow
I
burn.
disagree
TV
with
is
the
the answer
edible.
for all you, though?
I disagree with the
Yeah.
the
You don't like
edible.
edibles?
No, I like them. I don't prefer them, and I definitely don't think you should do them after taking a 6-month
No, you'll
tolerance
die.
break as
You'll
your way
die, yeah.
back. Like maybe
feel like
smoke
on
a
the
little
couch
bit and
fuck
then
you
get
up.
back into
I
the
know, but I
edible.
love them on the couch where you don't have to move, you don't have to do
Yeah, it doesn't
anything.
matter,
I
you
can
get
just
up.
But
die on
also
this
a
couch.
backwood blunt
Yeah.
is gonna sit you on the couch and not make you move.
That is true.
Whatsoever.
That is true.
What is your choice, Bree? Your preferred method?
Joints, for sure. Yeah, I love joints.
So you guys all, I love that.
Girl.
Blunts,
Yeah.
joints, edibles.
A mix, yeah, I do a mix, medley.
Would anybody do anything besides watch TV?
I like to
No, I like to
Talk?
Yeah,
You like
I
to
will
talk?
I like to
Really?
If I'm hanging out with my friends, I like to hang out with them. Like, if I hang out with my
love-
friends,
I love,
that
like-
I'll do. But I don't like to go to
I
public
get
places.
so quiet. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have a moment like when we're doing 3 and I'm just like, oh, there it is, and I'm checked out for the night.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say another word.
I used to be like that. I
Yeah.
feel like you have to
Yeah.
That
build
that
up.
first
Yeah.
moment when you realize it's like, oh, yep, there it is.
I'm high.
I'm good.
Everything I'm saying is weird. Everyone.
Yeah.
does
Yes.
it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Paranoia.
I've never gotten like the anxiety over. I don't do it enough to
Yeah.
like even have like a way I am when I'm high. But whenever I've smoked, I've never thought like I've never gotten in my own head. I've never had the paranoia. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
been high.
I don't think
No,
so
well,
either.
I-
Based on this, I'm like, has this
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
ever been high?
And
I
I've
have
like
no idea.
tried. I've smoked. I've smoked with people who are like, all right,
need
we're
to
gonna
take an
get you
edible.
high.
No, you know what the best is? John on mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms. Is
Oh,
good.
he's so happy.
That
are
I
so
get
fun.
high
It
on.
makes me
Mushrooms
so
are so
happy
fun.
seeing John so happy on mushrooms.
They are
doing
so
it.
fun. They are such a
Yeah,
Yeah, we
happy
wanted to do
situation.
them Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
said I
yeah,
want to
I
do
forgot
them
about
and
that.
then maybe come into the office and not tell anybody. But now I just put that out there, so I'm definitely not doing shrooms.
Yeah, definitely
Definitely not.
Totally not.
Where
I
do you
would never
get
do that at
shrooms?
work. Well, I can't, we're on the
Yeah, all
air.
right.
Come on,
We'll talk
come
off
on.
air. I thought you gotta go to like random
Fucking
little
narc.
random little towns to get shrooms.
What?
I thought-
No, shrooms are
Imagine
the
I
hardest
just
right
straight
now.
up
What are
was
you
like,
talking
hey,
about?
I got,
Really?
you know, this
Yeah, you
person.
microdose
Shrooms
shrooms
are
with your
illegal
friends. That's like a
in
thing
San
to do.
Francisco.
I didn't know any of this.
We're not cool.
I'm also
I'm
not
not.
like
You guys are lame.
I don't want to act like I'm a shroom person. Like I've literally taken a little bit of shrooms one time.
Me
I'm
too.
just trying to get more into
Yeah,
it. You know,
I have
I'm
every
open
time
to
I've
it.
done it, which is only like 3 to 5 times, had an absolute.
I remember
Yeah.
he came back talking about it, and he was saying he was up at his like summer house, and it's like kind of not in the country, but you can see the stars and shit, whatever. And he was like, I could see the universe bending, and I was like, okay, idiot. And then I went up there the next weekend, I was like, you can see the universe bending, like you can fucking see it.
I love that. I love that when you hear the like stories of people like, oh, I'm so fucked up. I did this. I like heard colors and shit. And you're like, okay, whatever. And then you get to that point yourself, and you're like, okay, this is
Yeah.
that
I was
good.
like
This is
staring at
this
a
is
light
that
in the
good.
yard. I was like, you can see it, right? Like you can see the curvature. It's like if you're a flat earther, take mushrooms. You will be proven wrong.
You will
That is
understand.
true. Yes, yes.
You will understand.
I think there's another video of a guy. He's in the car. I can't remember his name, but he talked about taking edibles with his girl. So perfect. A Valentine's Day on edibles. If you can run that clip, Andrew.
Oh, fantastic.
I hope he remembers which one it is. That wasn't the best description.
Yo, what's good, guys? My question for y'all is, what is the best hangover food? And just wonder what you people prefer. Like you people is like New Yorkers, not like white.
So, for a little bit of backstory, David.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find.
As in New Yorkers,
That's
Not white. I mean, that dude is
Glad he
so
clarified because I
I'm
would have
about
been
to
very offended.
Yeah.
fucking
I'm also about to give a
high.
really white answer, so like let's leave it there.
Where?
What?
Fuck, I can't even find the DM. He DM'd me and he said, he sent the video and he said, if you use this video on the stream I'll be watching tonight, I'll drop acid. And
So he has
and
to
then
drop acid.
I can't even find the
I
DM.
think he dropped it in the video.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
so
then
he got it for that
he
video.
sent a picture of like the little tabs in like
tab?
the bag, and I was like, okay, like not that I doubted
he
you,
at?
not that I
I don't know.
you know.
All right. I mean, so now it's contractually obligated. He must
Like,
drop acid this
right now,
moment.
David,
right
yeah.
now,
Second.
Yeah.
100%. Also, is he local or
I would
I'll
know
find
what's
it
New York
eventually.
down
I don't know.
to
That's
partake
messing
as well?
But
acid.
pretty straightforward question. I feel like you got your hangover cure
Yeah.
pretty down pat.
Mine's a drink. Mine's
Yeah.
the blue raspberry colada. I don't know. It's just like I could
You
get-
have
I could inject
like
that into my
you
veins.
have I don't know, like that should be named after you.
I know.
That should be
It really
like
fucked
Charlie.
up.
What's
Yeah,
her face?
really.
Charlie D'Amelio has the iced
Don
coffee.
Lemon,
Yeah.
You should have like the Brianna. You
They
should have
said
the
I gave
Kylie
them
drink.
that I gave them too much
Yeah.
free publicity. I
But
fucked
that's
up.
also. I
Yeah.
mean,
But like,
it's too
how would I
late.
start it if I didn't talk about
I've
it?
always
Have they not
wondered
like
that,
reached out to
or-
you and been like, thanks, girl, and
They
give you
send
fresh
me.
shit?
They
all
send
the
me
It's
clothes.
kind of a chicken or the egg sort of thing, where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
advertise and I'll talk about you. Well, you're already talking about it, so why would I
McDonald's
advertise?
says that to me.
Exactly.
They send me shit all the time, but
Mhm.
no, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't get a KFC sponsorship soon, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
It's infuriating.
You heard it
That's
here
fair.
first.
It's
Fair.
fucking infuriating.
Do you have to eat anything for hangover or just the
I
drink?
strictly cannot eat when I'm hungover.
I get
so.
that. I
And
used
if
to
I
be
do
like that.
greasy ass shit,
Yeah.
like the greasiest.
You
chicken
one
in
of
the world.
your my favorite TikToks of yours ever was where you couldn't straighten up.
I think
like,
that's
"Look,
why
I'm
they
fine."
call it hangover.
And then
because
you-
you're hungover.
Yeah.
That's why it's called that. 'Cause you can't stand up straight.
I have never thought about that. I
That
really
was
haven't.
unbelievable though. She just like would straighten up and then lean back.
Because it like comes straight up. And I stand like
I've
this.
really never thought about that. I always say hungover as dick because I like the visual of that. I like the visual of like a hungover dick,
Just like a
like
limp
just
dick.
a limp
Flip-
dick. I
flaccid
think
dick,
that.
just
I like
like,
that. To put that in people's minds. Like
flopping
I'm
around.
hungover as dick.
That's
Like
good.
I want you to realize like how
That's how bad it
shitty I
is.
feel. Yeah. That's how bad
I'm
I
also
feel.
picturing like a cartoon dick. Like it's
Yeah.
discolored.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like a
gross.
green sick.
gray.
Yeah, it's
How
not
awful
good.
for
it's
our
like, yeah,
dicks,
it looks like
you know? Like she's like, oh, when I'm at my fucking absolute worst and I want to convey it, I talk about
I feel
penis.
like a flaccid
Yeah,
penis.
Yeah.
flaccid
Do you guys
penis,
know
yeah.
Whatever,
about
you
the
guys got to
three-dick
deal with
alien?
them. What?
Do you guys know about the three-dick
Yeah,
alien?
I do. Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you guys feel about that?
I don't.
Like, would you like if an alien came down right now to Earth, and now the alien that we want to fuck is a alien
What would
that
our-
has 3 dicks.
What would the girl
and-
version?
Yeah,
be?
yeah.
Yeah.
what
So
would
they,
the girl,
decided the guy version of Alien would be like
Just like 100
gray
boobs.
sweats,
Yeah.
backwards hat, like kind of
Like
like a cool guy, and had
sweatshirt,
3 dicks so he could fuck all of them.
So he can fuck us
Yeah.
all at once because we'd want to experience it all together, not alone. It'd be kind of scary alone. He's an alien.
So like if
What-
an alien
wait,
came
one
down,
dick in the
Girl
middle.
alien.
Wait. He has one
What's a
dick in the
hot
middle
alien?
and one dick
2
on
on,
either
like, the
side of his
sides.
hip.
So picture,
so I
like,
could be like
one
on
leg
the
up and
side
2
of his
arms.
hip,
Yeah.
and then Bria could be on the other side and Ria could be in the middle.
So
Like,
also
fuck us
super
all at the same-
strength.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got, like-
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
an
yeah.
alien,
He's
yeah.
like
He's
a-
kind of like Slenderman, you know. He like
And his cum is mint green.
Actually, somebody
His
drew,
cum is
somebody,
mint green.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys decided on mint
somebody
green?
drew
Yeah.
a fantastic photo.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm not just picking
He's
it up. Yeah.
fucking hot.
David
He's
just
so
said
hot.
the acid
Yeah, he
is
looks-
really hidden. I'm
he
not gonna lie.
Yo, look.
He's hot.
So
He's a hot
I don't know
alien.
if I'm gonna call this guy hot, but
That alien has
he's got a
swag.
couple of
3 dick
pieces
alien
on him.
drawing.
He's
Yeah.
got.
Imagine just
Several
like
pieces.
my dude is like hanging, like holding up his own dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a
leaning-
tripod.
He's got like armrests for dicks.
I was gonna say he looks like
Yeah.
an Olympian. Like
Yeah.
he's on like the.
Well, he's got armrests when his
even
dicks are
bars?
hard, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
bars,
look at
handlebars.
that.
Uneven. Oh, what are those called?
Oh wait.
I'm thinking
Parallel
uneven
bars?
bars.
Parallel
Yeah,
bars.
uneven
There
bars,
it is.
parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So what would your hot alien look like?
Oh God.
Who would the hottest alien be?
Probably Megan
I was
Fox.
just gonna say that.
No.
Because
she has alien
on.
features.
Listen.
She does, she looks like an
so
alien.
hot she looks inhuman.
Yeah.
And it, like she just like she's a different species than me, and it is. She just has I don't know. She's got kind of like those
See, do you
wide
Do you guys see the movie
eyes.
Jennifer's Body?
Yeah, that's that.
Is
I
that
feel
why
like
you
she's
think
played
that
like
maybe?
an yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
played
Bella
like
Hadid
super
looks
The
like an
only,
alien.
the only thing
She's
that's weird about
gorgeous.
your alien, by the way, is that he has 3 dicks so he could fuck all you at the same time. If we don't have like,
And he
it's
looks
just a
like an
girl.
alien.
Well,
What
right,
people
but
think
he,
aliens look
but
like.
you just described a guy that you think is hot as an alien. You're like, I want gray sweatpants and a backwards hat.
but-
That's what
yeah.
girls think that human guys
Right,
are
for sure.
hot.
Yeah, it's like we described that hot guy, but also he's green. Like you're forgetting.
Okay,
fine.
so
She's
like Megan
green,
Fox,
so
but
he's
she's
a
green.
totally
Megan Fox
different
is
man.
green
And she has a
in
bunch of holes.
What is she wearing?
Yeah, she sounds like yeah. What's she wearing?
She's
Oh, okay,
wearing,
all right.
Yeah.
She's wearing like
The
whatever
outfit
hot girls wear right now.
What's
She's
the
wearing a
outfit
winter
she wore in
hat, crop top
Transformers?
sweatshirt, and fucking Lululemons.
The outfit she wore in Transformers when she's like fixing the car.
Yeah.
That's what she's
Yeah.
wearing.
That's
With
what.
those
But I
jean
think
shorts
she
and a
was an
crop
alien.
top.
G-string
Yeah.
hanging out.
No, I like
Yeah.
the Lulus and the crop top and the winter hat. I think the Chicago guys we're talking about today, the winter hat is
Lose.
next
The
level.
Lulus and the crop sweatshirt and the winter hat.
Are we
The
describing
gray sweatpants and the backwards hat,
Like
Rhea.
the most like basic.
The Lululemons and the crop
It's
sweatshirt
too-
and the
You gotta.
All right. All right. We know what your alien looks like.
Uh-huh.
Oh! I was waiting for that. I was like, I'm so
I
happy
was like,
Rhea
he's
said
not
it.
gonna get it. Move on. Move on.
whole time? I was like, you're just describing
Shut up. It's getting weird. Anyway, if you guys want to know what I
can't
would
help
have if
but
I was
say things
hungover,
that come to my mind when I'm talking to you guys.
That was great. That was great.
do you guys want to know my hangover food for real?
Yes.
2
Big Macs and like 45.
So it depends on my level of
nuggets.
hangover. If it's not that bad, I do the full McDonald's meal. I do the Big Mac meal, 6 to 10 nuggets, small fries, Dr. Pepper, whole thing. If I'm too hungover that I can't, I love Dr. Pepper. If I'm too hungover that I like can't breathe, it's a ginger ale. Must be ginger ale first. Have to finish the whole thing.
Ginger ale's not even a drink anymore. It's like an elixir.
No,
like,
it's
like medicine.
it's the
Yeah.
only thing.
Yeah.
The other day when I was at your house, I was like, I'm gonna die, and you're like, okay, you a ginger ale, and
Yeah,
then
I
I
went
was
and got her a
fine.
ginger
20
ale.
minutes later, I swear. Ginger ale, grilled cheese, and mac and cheese, all at the
Lot of
same
cheese.
time. Just a lot of cheese and like carbs.
Even when you
and
can't
that's it.
eat, that's what you're. Even when
The
you
grilled
can't breathe,
cheese, I will like pick at the grilled cheese,
Yeah.
and then I'll
Yeah.
eat one noodle
Like
at
a
a time
bird.
until I can eat the
Yeah.
whole thing. Yeah, and then finally I can like eat whatever I want after that.
What do you
Bacon,
do?
egg, and cheese
Yeah.
with hash browns on a roll or an everything bagel. Dip. Put some ketchup on it, salt and pepper. I also like to extra dip it and some ketchup on the side. And either a blue Gatorade or a
Yes.
Snapple
Powerade
lemon
better.
iced tea.
Delicious. Do you ever put cream cheese
Never
on
different.
that big sandwich? If I do that big
Nope,
sandwich,
and I don't
throw
plan
some
on
cream
it.
cheese
But
on
I
it.
will say, cream cheese with Doritos on a
good.
bagel
That's good.
is a great hangover.
Yeah, there's a
meal
guy
as well.
at
delicious.
Fordham. He was a bouncer. There was Fat Simon. He had his own. They also served food, and
Shout out.
it was called like the Fat Simon, and it was a bagel with cream cheese and Doritos. And we were like,
Oh, I gotta try that.
"You're so fucking fat, Simon." Like, pretty good, Simon. Always trust the
Thanks,
fat
Simon.
guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
why
fat
would you
guys know
not?
what's up.
Why would you not?
What,
would know.
you don't even get hangovers.
I don't not get hangovers, but if I drink heavily, I won't eat for 2 days.
Yeah, I don't really eat either.
Yeah.
I don't have a hangover cure, which probably is a bad sign. Like I probably should. It's probably like
You're
the
right.
the hangover is
more red?
progressing. I think it's the hangover.
realize
It's probably
that.
like helping the hangover not be cured. It's like I'm just like I don't want to eat, but I just won't. Like if I get really drunk on Saturday, I won't eat till Tuesday.
I honestly, I feel that
I
too.
drink
I
a
feel
bunch
that
of
too.
liquids.
Yeah,
Like, I want
I'll have
liquids.
7,000 waters, but I
Yeah.
probably won't eat anything.
Yeah, when I was hungover on Monday, I didn't eat until like Tuesday morning.
I don't
Exactly.
can't do it
Like, I
anymore. I
can't.
just
Well,
won't do
you
that to
guys
myself
aren't
anymore.
smoking enough weed in the morning when you wake up.
That's
after
right.
hangover.
I smoke so much weed on Monday.
Well, I might have a
Smoke
beer in the
before
morning,
bed.
so that is
That
an
too.
attempt to
Bless.
stave it off.
When we
That
interviewed
also
Tommy
helps,
Lee, Tommy Lee was like,
Okay.
Tommy Lee was like, yeah, I'm like sober now, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, and then like 2 minutes later in the interview, he's like,
No, then
I
we
just
asked what you-
chug vodka.
We were like, what does a sober person do during quarantine? He's like,
Drink.
bro, I just drink vodka all day.
We're like, you're not really sober. And he was like, well, I meant like hard drugs. So like,
Yeah.
like sober for Tommy Lee means like no heroin in it.
Right,
you know,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Reasonable.
And then
Means he's
uh,
not injecting Jack Daniels anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But then these two had like such a moment, Fights and Tommy Lee connected because I was like, yeah, man, I'm just like, I'm getting, because Tommy Lee's like 50, whatever now. And I was like, how do you still do it, man? Like, I get so hungover now, I don't want to drink anymore. And then these two were like, yeah, you just keep drinking. You never get hungover, you keep drinking. And they had this moment together that was like, as long as you just stay perpetually drunk, you'll never feel bad.
Which, by the way,
That's
I've
fair.
recently watched a film that I think I'm gonna do it for 1 week, like just experiment and just see what it's like.
Again, these are like Kelly with the Taylor Swift lyrics, like, it's not real life, it's a movie.
yeah.
Because you're just
But-
going to be drunk.
But it's
all the
not.
time.
The movie is based on a Norwegian philosopher's
Oh, it's real
beliefs.
life. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it's like the movie is like these four friends. They're all like four depressed friends.
What's it
and
called?
they're-
Another round?
I love
or
it.
something?
Another round, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're very stagnant. It's all in Dutch,
Oh.
so you got to read subtitles.
Jeff D. Lowe just told me to watch this movie.
Yeah, it's a new movie.
Yeah,
It just
yeah,
came
yeah.
out.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's the best movie of the year.
I haven't
And
watched
it's
it yet.
like they're just very stagnant in life. It's like four like middle-aged men, and they're just like, we don't even know what to do. Like, we're kind of just sad and nothing's working. And then they realized that this Norwegian philosopher said that the human body was born with 0.05% alcohol too low, and that you should just keep it at that at all times. And then you're braver, you're more outgoing.
Yeah, that's the reason why you're happy.
You're happier, you're in a better mood, and
Interesting.
but also you can't
True.
go over. And also and also it's like it's only supposed to be done. They also add like I think the Churchill rule, maybe it's the Hemingway rule to it, which is that they don't drink past 8 p.m. and they don't drink on the weekends.
I want to say it's the
just for,
Churchill
like-
rule because Churchill used to wake up in the morning and have like a glass of scotch and a cigar in his bed.
Right.
But it was
Oh,
like
wow.
that's how he started his day, and then he would go like fight World War II.
You know who does that shit too? Who wakes up in the morning and has like a schedule of drinks?
You?
Is the Queen.
Yeah. Well, there
So
you
yes,
go. Yeah.
yes,
The
also
current
me.
queen?
Also me, but no,
The Queen
of
is
England.
that
Like the
bitch.
current one
The
right
current
now.
queen, yes. She starts the
is
day with
that
like a. I used to have a whole list of it. It was like starts the day with a gin and tonic, and she has like a
Yeah.
martini at lunch. Then she has another drink in the afternoon,
Have
and
you
then
ever
before
seen the
bed she has a
footage-
glass of champagne to celebrate the day. And I'm like, this is my bitch. Like,
Have you
she's
seen
the
footage of
greatest.
her coronation?
I don't know.
It's
I mean,
like,
maybe, but I don't know.
It's like footage from like a cranked up camera.
I was
'cause
gonna say,
like
if it's old as fuck.
75
Yeah.
years ago.
I couldn't give a
I don't
fuck
know.
about the Queen.
I don't know how she's like,
Really?
yeah,
Don't
this bitch
care at
does
all.
I don't
not
know
care about the
anything
royals.
about
at
it.
all.
Don't care about
They
the
don't-
royals.
That's
they're
because
not my crowd
I mean,
for
if
the
you
royals.
were British, you would love the royals.
I don't
Like,
know if that's true. I feel like the British people don't like totally love them
She's
as much as
obsessed
American
with the
people.
royals.
I
Fran's
am, yeah.
obsessed with the royals.
I don't know.
Why
I'm
do
saying
we care about these people so much?
I feel like it's an
Because it's
American
Rhea,
fun.
fetish.
Rhea.
It's like
Rhea.
It
I
Your
know.
entire
Yeah.
existence is reality TV show people.
I know. I don't.
They're
Like
just the
you said,
reality
it's a-
TV
it's a
people of
huge-
England.
I
Here's your
know.
son.
I trust me. These are things. I'm not trying to be like cool. Be like I don't care about the royals. I wish I could feel the love for them. And the
Well, I
passion that
remember there
people
was a
care
time
about.
when you were like, you didn't watch The Bachelor and shit, and then you like
Yeah,
grew to
well,
love that.
yeah,
so
well,
maybe you
that's
grew to
true,
love the Royals.
Yeah, maybe.
love loosely.
Probably
yeah.
not, but whatever.
What you just said,
Some
I thought
things
was
I just
interesting.
don't
Oh,
care about.
Americans fetishize the royals, which
Yeah.
is
It's
100%
like an
true.
American fetish.
It's like an obsession.
Well, because
by
it's yeah, it's
Americans.
royalty. It's all of
like
the
people in England and the
pageantry
UK
of
are
it
not
all.
are not as obsessed
Yeah.
with the royals as
Yeah,
Americans.
they
are.
probably fucking hate him.
yeah, but like fuck
Yeah,
you.
they're
Why
like
isn't
the
it
tax
me?
money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're,
They
they're,
say
they're
I paid for this
politicians.
bitch's
I
castle.
know, like
They're
low-key
figureheads.
bad people.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
rewatching
Isn't that
Catastrophe
hikey?
recently, and like Rob Delaney's
Yeah,
going
pretty
on a
hikey.
rant about the crown jewels.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the show or if it was reality, but he's like, do you know if you sold one crown jewel, you can fund the National Health Service for like 50 years?
I believe it.
Like
Yeah.
if you just sold one, you pay for
Wow.
all of England's healthcare for 50 years.
Big
Again,
money, yeah.
I didn't research that. I don't know if it's just a line in the show as a joke or it's just what really happens. But I was like, well, that seems to be hoarding a bit much. if
Well,
you're
yeah,
just
but
hoarding
all right.
that.
So maybe if it's
probably
not,
not
maybe
far
that's
from
not
the
true. But
truth.
like Buckingham Palace and the this and the that, and like even like their
Yeah.
goddamn wardrobes, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would be a good royal.
I would be such a good royal.
So good.
Just the best royal.
Yeah.
But I also would be like,
It's criminal that
I
you're
actually
not rich.
wouldn't, like,
Kelly needs to be
no,
a rich
it's so
bitch.
fucked up. It's
Yeah.
literally so fucked
You'd
up.
be a
But
great
I don't
rich
think I'd actually
person.
be a really good royal because for the only reason that I don't like to keep my mouth shut and keep my head down. I don't like to
You
do
would be
either
the
of those
Meghan
things.
Markle
So
of
yes, I would.
yeah,
Yes,
you
I
would
would.
burn that shit down.
Yeah, I would burn that shit right to the ground.
Yeah.
And take like,
You're the
credit
person
for it.
reporting
I'd be like,
to the sun.
right,
I could
right,
see.
right.
I see. I
I'd
could
be
see
like,
Riley,
he loves me so much,
standing-
he abandoned his family. Like,
yeah. Oh, you would love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Kelly's
could
like,
see-
I want to gossip so much, I will move to Saskatchewan to do
Yes.
this. Like, I'm done living
Literally.
in palaces. I will
Fuck
move to
this place.
Saskatchewan.
I mean,
Yes.
just so I can run my mouth.
Moving
Yes.
into that life is crazy. People marry in.
It
it's
is
like-
wild.
I mean, I'm sure. What's her face was like that.
Meghan Markle.
No, the other one.
Oh, Kate Middleton?
Kate was
Yeah.
like probably like that and into it.
She was.
Meghan
well,
Markle was
she-
never that bitch. I don't know why she thought
started
she was
off.
gonna
She
be.
came from like a not
a
from
bougie-
no,
No, she
not
was a
really.
normal
No,
family,
she was
yeah.
like
I heard
common
she used to,
folk.
like, chug
Common
beers
folk
and
is what they
shit.
say.
Yeah.
She would chug beers and stuff, but she was always like a little prim and proper. Her
Right.
sister was the one that like got wild, Pippa. But she
Pippa. I mean,
Pippa
remember when the world said that Pippa had a nice ass?
because she
was.
did.
People did not stop
Pippa
talking
had
about
a, I'll
Pippa's
give
ass.
Pippa a taut ass.
Pippa's ass stole like
Quite
the
like a
royal wedding.
tiger.
Like,
Pippa's
Kate
ass
and William
looks
got
like
married,
an 8th grade
and
boy's.
Pippa Middleton carried Kate's train.
Rude.
And
does.
her ass looks so good in the dress
Rhea.
that people were not
It
even
looks
talking
good
about
in the
Kate and William. They were
dress.
only talking about Pippa, who carried the train of the
But at
dress
the
for the
time-
bride.
Oh my
It was
God.
crazy.
But
Like I would hate my
Wait,
sister.
We're
for
now
that.
Pippa's ass?
We're
Like-
It was-
talking
no,
in the
yeah, it
lens
was-
of now seeing like a Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner's asses all day, every day. Like when
Even
it-
by then, J Lo was around. Come on.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
But that's
The only
still
reason it was a big deal is because it was such a shock. People were like,
I'm
"Oh,
gonna-
damn! Like Pippa
Yeah, I
Middleton's
guess
got a little
yeah,
bit
let's
of an
look.
ass."
We gotta see it now, I guess.
Oh, have you not seen? Okay, yeah. Sorry, I forget that not everybody actually.
I mean, she looks like she's like a in shape woman, but like as far as like look at that ass, you
for
would never.
It
for
is
the
still, if
maiden-
you put in like Pip, it's still Pippa Middleton wedding dress.
Yeah.
Oh
For
wait,
the-
not wedding dress though, because it's not her wedding. We want to
No,
say,
no,
right?
Pippa, yeah, Pippa Middleton.
At the royal wedding.
royal wedding. But also,
wedding
I remember I woke up at like, because that was televised live, obviously, William and Kate's wedding, and I woke up
sucks,
live
right?
at like 2 in the morning to
Like, you
watch
can't
it.
even.
Like,
Really?
yeah,
That
yeah,
ass sucks.
England
I
time.
I can't believe you of all people
Well,
think that's a nice ass.
I haven't.
I
I,
mean, it's just
haven't
like a-
seen
it's
it
just like
since
a-
I was in 6th grade.
Like there's
so I
literally
have to-
not
it's
an ass.
fine.
No, yeah, I mean, come on,
Wait,
guys.
actually-
I
there's
haven't
no
seen
ass.
it in a while. There's
Oh,
just
wow.
not an
That's
ass.
crazy.
It looked
People
crazier
were
on
freaking
TV.
out
It
about
looked
that.
crazier
was
on
like-
TV.
Bree, the world was like, this is the best ass in the
They
world.
really were.
That?
They really
Yes.
were, yeah.
Yeah,
That, to
people
be
were
honest,
so
I don't
bananas
agree with
about
them
it for a
anymore.
long
At the
time.
time, I was like, best ass I've ever seen. No, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
agree with
that-
them now.
There's
I
just
can bet there
there's
is
no
no ass.
semblance.
That's actually
Jackie,
pretty
you can
crazy.
keep
There's not
zooming
even
in.
a-
There is never a
There's actually
semblance
not
of
even
ass
an
at any
outline.
point.
There is
Yeah.
no, there is no.
And
ass.
I mean,
The dress is
but
loose
like,
on her ass.
But yeah,
Like,
guys,
there's
we're talking
fabric
about
that's, like, not
English
filled up.
bitches. They don't have asses. Like,
Yeah.
I-
But that's, I
I-
think at the time it was
you
like,
know,
oh
That's
my,
actually
oh
the
my.
model of
Nice,
England.
but
No butts, no braces.
There's no ass
Yeah.
there.
There's no ass.
Well, speaking of
At the time,
asses,
though.
people used to ask. Yeah, no, it's just it's just her back.
yeah.
I remember.
I might have more of an ass than Pippa
I
Middleton.
definitely have more of an
probably
ass than
do,
Middleton.
Oh, I definitely have more of an ass than Pippa Middleton. But people used to ask us all the time on Chicks in the Office if we'd rather be a royal or a Kardashian, and I
Oh,
was like,
fuck
that's
that.
the dumbest
Oh,
question
come
I've
on.
ever heard because it's
Yeah.
obviously Kardashian.
Yeah.
Like, why would you
Yes.
want to give
Why would you
away
want to
all
be a
your
royal?
rules to be a royal? Where you can just like be naked and be a Kardashian. Like there's
Yeah,
two, they're
yeah,
totally opposite.
Don't get
ends
me
of
wrong.
the
I bet
spectrum.
you there's some perks to being a royal, but for the most part, having to
But
be like
also,
all,
I think that's a very, I think it's a pretty even guy-girl split. Because I think I want to be a royal. Harry,
for a guy,
Harry
yeah,
had it pretty
yeah,
good
yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Harry was
also
just
was like partying in Vegas.
yeah,
like,
doing coke
swastikas
and
on
hookers
his-
in
yeah,
Vegas
with
for
Rob
like
didn't
20
have
years.
it.
he
He
was
was
crazy.
Yeah.
He was nuts.
Rob
Yeah.
Kardashian
Well, he
didn't
also
have
never
the
had to
best
be
run.
king.
Right, yeah, Rob
Yeah, got
Kardashian.
sent home 'cause he
I
was
guess
too
if
fat.
you want like
If you-
fame and notoriety, you be Kim Kardashian. If you want like old time traditions and old money,
Yeah.
you be a royal.
But I also
It's
think
like
that the
what's
fact
more
Harry
important.
was like, I'm never gonna be king. I'm like, 10th in line.
Right. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Where William had to like, poor William, he went bald and it was like, oh, you're ugly.
I feel
Yeah.
bad.
He used to be the hot dude. Like,
why
hot
didn't they
one,
give
and
him like? Why didn't he get hair plugs? He was so
When you have
fucking
that much
hot.
money,
You're
like,
royal.
fix it,
Get
dude.
it.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Get
Well,
like a
because
head transplant.
I
Not even
really don't
hair.
know
Just
why.
have like chop some commoner's head off and put it on your
Yeah,
body.
Literally,
You're a royal.
Get a
he
wig
was.
or something.
anything.
He just seems so like defeated all the time. I see him now. Like he looks the most defeated.
High.
Yeah, I am.
Yep.
We can just acknowledge that. Yeah. It's like you like. We were talking about it before. Like you like to talk when you're high, which is yes, I do a lot of podcasts and I talk when I'm high. But there's times I could just do it and I won't even think about it. And then there's times where I'm like trying to like get myself together. You know, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
We start zoning out and you forget that you're like doing something.
Right.
Oh,
Like I
fuck.
literally was just
I'm in the middle of something right now.
like acting like I was hanging out with friends. I forgot we were on camera for a second. And that's not a
What, we're not
problem.
friends?
No, we are. That wasn't the point. There's a camera in front of our face.
Well, Kevin, actually, she had a dream about you last night.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be on the fucking on the shit list. Let's go back to the videos. We have a couple from in-house here at Barstool. Jackie, why don't you run your own video?
I'm sorry if you can hear wind. I'm currently recording this outside because my 30-year-old roommate just told me to shut the fuck up as I was recording this, which it is 1 a.m., so it's kind of fair. But regardless, this is not necessarily Valentine's Day related, but this is just a dating horror story. This is with my ex-boyfriend-ish. It was complicated, whatever, in high school. And I know my headphones are really tangled, whatever. And we, our first time hanging out, he was like, hey, let's hang out. I also lied for this boy to my family because they knew that he was bad news. They knew that he was like a bad boy. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with Annie. And they're like, okay. And I was thinking, you know, some kind of like, I wasn't thinking it was going to be like a first date, but whatever. He was like, let's hang out. We go in the car and he's like, I want to take you to like this lookout spot. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, it's past sunset, but yeah. We go to, I don't know where. And he was like, all right, like, wanna get in the back? And I was like, oh. No, I got this wrong. I see what this is. But regardless, whatever. So I was down and we're like in the back, but nothing too, not on the first time hanging out, whatever. But still, we're in the back, whatever. The doors were open. I look up and there's two cops who I don't even think that they could do that, but they just ripped open the doors. I don't think that they could do that. And they were like, do you know that this is like illegal parking? And I like looked around and we were like in the middle of the woods. So like, yeah, like I would check out. So then I like, am like trying to like get dressed or whatever. And like, I was like, sorry, can you like give me a minute? And again, nothing, whatever. And he was like, are you, like, it's past your curfew, are you under 18? And we were both like 17 at the time. And I was like, yeah, but like, barely. And he was like, I'm gonna have to call your mom, which is such a narc move. And then, but then it gets even worse. He calls my mom and he goes, hi, your daughter's with, and says his full name, which I told my mom. She was like, oh, so I guess she's not with Annie. And I was like, what a narc. Like, you didn't have to say the full name. Now my mom knows I've been hanging out with this boy in the middle of a park, so like she obviously knows like what went on. I couldn't be like, oh, we were just like talking, you know, like, or like it couldn't even be like, oh, we were just watching the sunset, because like we had started hanging out like at like 8. It was like past sunset, so like she knew that like her daughter was being a fucking whatever. I continued to be with this boy, and it was not a great relationship. That should have been a good omen, or an omen.
Can I just say that Jackie is
the funniest fucking video I've ever seen?
Fantastic.
Jackie is Annie Letterman.
Yeah.
Jackie looks
Jackie
like
is
Annie
Annie
Letterman.
Letterman.
Jackie sounds like
Yeah.
Annie Letterman. And I told her that
Sounds
the
like
first
her
time
too.
I talked to her. I was like,
Yeah.
I love Annie Letterman.
That's a compliment.
And you are her.
We said that. She said that
Yes.
to us, and we all agree with
Yeah,
that.
I'm
saying
like,
that is a good.
I love
and
Annie Letterman. I think she's one of the funniest girls ever. And then when I met Jackie, I was like, you are just her. You
Jackie,
talk like her. You
you're
look
just
like
her.
her.
How far did you walk during that video?
And that was the thing. I was telling Zach, I got fully lost, and I was a street over, but I had just walked like in a circle. But anyway,
like so many changes of buildings behind you. I was like, she's on a run doing this
Oh my
right
God,
now.
that was so
also,
hilarious.
I mean, there's so much to unpack there,
Yeah.
but also the headphone situation.
That was
you
very
acknowledged
strange.
it, but it was.
bad.
I've never
Are they
seen.
still tangled? Oh my God.
It was very distracting.
are
I was like,
looking
what is that?
If you don't know Jackie's living situation, what
It's
is
when
it?
you put a
have
ball of yarn in the
like
laundry.
a 40-year-old Vietnamese man. and,
no.
No,
It's a 30-year-old Turkish woman, a 35-year-old Colombian man, and 65-year-old Colombian man, and a 30-year-old French man.
yes. Jackie lives in the United Nations.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
How do
wait,
you sleep at night, Jackie?
who told you to shut the fuck up?
The French man. Twice.
In his
Always the
accent?
French. The French
Yes.
are so
Oh,
rude.
that
So you're
They're
making your
always so
video,
rude.
and he's just like, "Shut the fuck up."
He didn't say exactly shut the fuck. It might have been like a little dramatized, but he tells me like very strongly very aggressively to quiet down. But he goes at like 7. So like it's not
it's
my
tough.
fault.
That's tough.
You
Oh,
can't-
what
yeah, so
time
you
is the
can't
French
have
man going to sleep?
At like 7 p.m.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
too much.
that video.
You
that
gotta get
story
out of there.
is
We
so
gotta
goddamn
figure that
funny.
out.
That had like 9 laugh out loud moments.
I like how you were calling literal narcs. Narcs. Like,
Yeah,
like,
that's
this is
actually
just
a
narc,
narc.
dude.
That's his job.
That just gets paid to be a narc. Like, that's literally his profession.
Literally a
narc.
I loved.
So true though. So true.
I mean, sure, like the sun's already down. Like whatever, we missed sunset, but okay.
yeah. I like that.
Jackie's
after
like,
sunset, but
this kid's such an idiot. The sun's not even up anymore. But yeah. All right, let's go to the lookout
I also
point.
love
You're not
how
even able
she
to see anything.
She wasn't
idiot.
doing anything and was also naked and like had to get all her clothes back.
Yeah, I wasn't,
on.
like, doing
And
anything. I was just looking
and
at
then
it,
also
whatever.
said that her mom would obviously know what they were doing since they were in the middle of the park. It's like, Jackie, which one was it?
She knew that. She goes.
It's okay.
She knew that her daughter was a whatever.
Who among us? Who among us has not had sex in the back of a car? Who among us?
That was my spot.
That's always my
joke.
spot.
Back of the car?
That
Always
was the
my
back of
spot.
the car was my spot.
High school.
and,
Where else do you fuck if not like people's basements?
I hope my
like-
sister's not watching this, but I used to
Yikes.
borrow my
probably
sister's
is.
car. And I used to fuck in the backseat of my sister's car. And at one time I asked her.
I love Rhea.
One time
right
I,
now,
I
Rhea.
love
Like,
one
Rhea.
time
you're
I
definitely
asked her
watching.
if she,
Oh no.
if her and her boyfriend, at the time it was her boyfriend, husband now. I was like, have you guys ever had sex in your car? Like, I don't know why I would even ask. God, no. She was like, that would disgust me if anybody were to have sex in my car. And I was just like,
It's Rhea's
5 times a week, bitch.
oh my God. It was like, I would literally volunteer to not drink so that I can drive to have sex in the back of my car.
That's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes.
Oh,
I used to
God.
meet up with this guy, and oh, wow, I started telling the story, and I really wish I didn't.
I also love that you probably could stop. You said 2 words, but you're not gonna. You're not gonna.
No, I'm not gonna. I used to talk with this kid in high school. I was so in love with him too. But we would hook up other times too. But during the week, we would occasionally like drive to Stop and Shop and like in the parking lot, and it was like a whole thing. And I think about that now, and I'm like, wow. Were my standards so low, or was I just like that horned up? Like it didn't even matter to me where it was when it.
Well, those two things
how
go
the
hand in hand. When
situation-
you're horned up, your
It was
standards
just
go
like
low.
whatever. Like this needs to happen this moment. So I don't totally
Isn't
regret
that-
it, but I,
mean, it's
regret
it's
it,
funny
and
to
I
think
regret
that,
telling
like,
it now.
on like a Tuesday at like 4:45.
Yeah.
Like I just have to fuck you in the parking lot
Yeah,
of a
like it's-
shop and stop.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
that's. Come on.
Oh, I mean, how are you?
This is in a high school in a Stop and Shop parking lot.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
I don't think I've ever fucked in the back of a car that wasn't exceptionally secluded, even more secluded than Jackie. Like
I used to do it in my middle school Catholic school parking lot.
Yeah.
Not
Parking
in
lots
middle
all day.
school.
I was
but-
gonna say,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No. Guys, I'm really. People think I'm a slut. I'm really not at all. Or was not at all. I have a boyfriend now, so I'm a slut with him. But anyways.
Yeah, you are, girl.
Get it, Hank!
Right.
Get it, Hank!
Valentine's Day, baby.
We're so high. Get it,
That's
Hank!
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Henry!
Yes, bitch.
In high school, and I'd be like, where should we go? Like, I lived around the block from my elementary, middle school, Catholic school with an open parking lot. I'd be like, let's go there. Dumbest I would never do that now. I would if
Never.
Hank was like, let's
It's
go have sex in
great.
that park.
Like, get the fuck
Absolutely
outta here.
not.
Yeah,
But when
yeah.
I was like 16, 17, like,
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
it did not go through my head that something like Jackie could happen. Like
When people
like
say-
a cop could just be like,
they
when-
open the doors. That's
Yeah, that's crazy. by the
That's
way.
fucking crazy.
Now you're
And when
bursting
people
in
say-
on minors who are naked.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I want
when
to catch
people, when
that.
people say like your brain's not fully formed until a certain point, like
Definitely.
I always am like, oh yeah, whatever. When I think back to myself, like between the ages of 15 and 18, probably now currently, I think to myself, no, my brain was not fully formed. What the fuck was I doing at
Yeah,
all times? Like,
right.
how did I think
You were fucking in the
anything
parking
that I
lot of
did?
the grocery
yes.
store.
In what world was that? Like, oh, this is fine. This is
Yeah,
fine. Like, just
right.
not even thinking about the repercussions for
Yeah,
that.
I would
just young
go
and
to
dumb.
private state parks that I knew were
That's
closed.
smart too. That's smart.
So it was just like, I mean, security could have found me, but that was.
I wonder how often, like.
And that was
I
in
mean,
college. I wasn't doing any of this sneaking around in
so
high
you-
school.
You think like your parents know, like, oh God, like your dad was like, oh, here comes Kelly's home. She was just fucking in the parking lot again.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like you
No
think,
way
like,
my
I
parents
think-
knew.
you think
No
yes,
way.
they did because
No
guess
fucking
what?
way.
You're gonna be a goddamn parent one day, and you're gonna be like, yeah, my daughter just got
No,
fucked in the
but
parking
see,
lot.
like I don't. Me though, I am different.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys are
you're
wrong.
different.
I am
Nobody
different.
ever knows.
I'm very
Yeah,
deceitful.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
very deceitful.
Sure.
See,
Oh,
that's
that's
what,
true.
We used to think that, and then like we like got older, and like my dad started referring to our
yeah?
above our garage as like our love shack.
Yeah.
They knew
That's
that used to
funny.
be your love shack.
I
And
never
we're
had
like,
people at my
you
house.
knew we were having sex in
You
there?
guys used to air bomb fucking condoms of cum too, though. So
Yeah,
The
that's
amount of times
wrap
that
them through the
Kelly
window.
That's tough,
says
that's
she's
tough.
deceitful and lies a lot, I think about like my friendship with her, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
why am
Yeah.
I like such good friends with
Yeah,
somebody who
no.
mentions how much she lies? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
like I'm starting to
It's
think
hard.
that I like
Every day.
can't trust her. You
I
know?
do
It's
lie
like-
a lot.
No, you can't.
See, but the
you
thing
can't
that
trust Kelly
I
Keats. You crazy?
it's
I
hard
hate
to
liars
trust me.
so much. So
I
it's
know.
like
You're best friends with the biggest
no, I
liar
know,
in the
But
world.
I'm
I'm
up
like,
front.
I don't see her as a liar though. So it's
But I
like
don't lie
crazy
to
when
you.
she
That's what I'm
says
saying.
it all the
I
time.
am very
know who would say that?
very specific
Fucking
about people I
liar.
lie to. I'm specific about people that I lie
Yeah,
to.
but here's the
or
thing.
things
Here
I
is
lie
the
about.
thing. You're not lying to them until you like. I would never lie to you until I need to lie to you.
Well, if I needed to lie to you,
You
it
would
would
lie to
probably
her.
be to like make me not look like such an asshole. I think that's the only thing. I would maybe like downplay a
Nothing
situation.
you could do would make
But
me
I don't know.
judge
I think
you
I
for
would
it.
tell you. That's what I'm saying. I think I would tell you that.
Liar.
I don't think
That's
that
true.
I'm
She's
worried.
being very honest about being a liar.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I also don't
A
think
true,
I'd
a
be.
real liar would be like, I never lie.
Yeah.
Wow.
And right now
That's
you're
really
like
good
Kelly's such a liar. Right. Like you're like, oh, you're such a liar, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
so.
told you.
You own being a liar.
You understand?
Interesting.
But no, I don't.
You know
feel
what?
the
You know what
need
the
to lie to
right
you
word
guys.
for it is deceit. You are deceitful.
It's deceitful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. I don't outright
I am
lie. I sometimes lie.
conniving.
I sometimes lie, but I'm deceitful and
You fib.
conniving. I
Fib. Yeah, the white
I'm
lie.
a fibber.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a fibber.
Little white
big time.
lies. Yeah.
Little white lies, little
Yeah.
fibs here and there. Depends on
Yeah,
depends
you're
on the
crazy.
situation.
You're crazy. But I do think that you think you're getting away with things when you're a kid.
For sure.
And
parents
then
know.
you absolutely know. And
Dude,
and the
like
flip of
always.
that, the reverse of that, I was talking to you about it today. Like when your teacher in high school rolls a movie out, and you're like, oh, it's just movie day, and it's like, no, your teacher was cripplingly hungover
Yeah,
and
yeah.
was like, I can't. Who somebody was telling today? Was it you saying that the head was down on the table? Yeah, Nick was like, yeah, like, oh, cool, like we're like we got to do this assignment on the movie, and like he looked over and the teacher was
Just like dead as fuck.
Yeah.
That's because, as we've said a million times, all teachers are sluts.
teachers are drinking and fucking
They really are.
Yeah.
That
all
is a
day,
fact.
every day.
Any teacher that I've ever known has been like the hardest partier that I know.
Yeah,
Like,
again,
he's-
people
and
like,
they for them that's like adult camp. It's like you're around each other all the time, and it's like let's just fuck.
I've been with like people at like 3, 4 a.m. who are like, I gotta get up in 3 hours to go teach kids cursive. I'm like, that's insane. Because I'm gonna sleep until noon and go record a podcast.
Right.
And,
Yeah,
like,
there's just no
and I'm
way.
barely gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
They're the best liars.
I guess
Teachers are
also
the best
too
liars.
talking to well maybe you'll know because you have kids, but like having to be on for kids all day long.
I
feel
don't
like
ever
is-
drink anymore.
is
I
different. Yeah.
I learned very quickly I will never be hungover with my kids. No amount of
It's
fun
tough.
and partying is worth it.
No.
Yeah.
Because the first couple times I did it, well, I guess maybe now I don't know what's worse is when they're like a newborn or when they're now. There's
Yeah,
different bad parts of it, but when I was hungover, I was like, oh my god, I can never do this again, ever,
Yeah, like, this
ever
is
again.
a-
So it's
a
just like,
total
nope,
fucking
I
nightmare.
just won't do it. It's the worst thing that can happen to you.
What age do you
I
think
would
that they'll be
walk
old
out on my
enough
children.
that you'll be like, oh, it's if
Hungover.
I'm hungover, I don't have to like totally.
don't
Like,
know.
yes, there's still my responsibility, but I can like
it's-
pop a movie on. What do you think, like third, fourth grade? I'm trying to think of my own
Probably.
parents. Like when were they hungover? Like,
Yeah,
that I
right.
can remember
Right.
because they were
When
always
did they just
hungover.
put a
but
movie on and like go?
my
yeah.
favorite always my dad forever. He still to this day is like I got a really bad headache or
Right.
just my stomach's really killing
Right.
me. I'm like
He
maybe
was
it was
blacked
the
out the
maybe
night
it was
before.
the
Yeah.
16 Budweisers you had last night, Dad. Like probably that.
Daddy's breath smells weird.
Yeah, like, does my parents drink like fish? And they're always like, man, I feel like shit. I'm like, you're hungover. Just say you're hungover.
Right.
But if I say I'm hungover, they're like, oh really? Like you drank a little too much. I'm like, you get hangovers.
a bitch.
Fuck off. It's the worst. Double standards.
We got another video from the Barstool team here. Let's hear from Nick Hamilton. I think this is a video that might not surprise anybody.
I was like, oh, Nick Hamilton.
All right, so one year on February 13th, I found out my girlfriend had been cheating on me. Instead of breaking up with her right then and there, I took her out for a full, nice Valentine's Day, treated her the best. So that way she felt like extra shit when I dumped her that night. Happy Valentine's Day.
Wow.
I
love that.
I think I like
I-
it too. I think I,
I
love
love
the,
it.
like,
I
the
would never be able to
extra
do
dip.
that, but
I wouldn't be able to
pull it off either.
I couldn't sit through the
I
dinner,
could
but
never.
No.
I can't even hold
And
off
be
for
all
like
lovey
a
dovey.
second, not even
Okay,
saying
I
when something bothers
understand
me.
the intent, but at the end of the day, she cheated on him and then went out and got like a beautiful dinner.
yeah,
Like
but
you
then-
really
then she
showed
got-
her, bro.
I think he
But
did
sh-
show her. I think he showed
No,
her
I
what she's
think-
missing out on.
I think you're right.
John,
Yeah.
that's right.
I
Well,
think you're
if
right
she
about
was
that.
busy fucking some other dude, I don't. I don't know how much she was worried about you, Nick.
I think it reminds me of those videos where like sometimes it's like someone's birthday or someone's Christmas, and they come in like someone's filming them, and I think it's particularly mean to film them because I can't even watch those videos where it's like it looks like they got a bunch of presents and they open them up and it's just like pictures of the person they've been fucking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on,
Right.
like,
It's some elaborate
that's
shit.
like a pretty over the top response.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Just
if I
set
got
some
cheated on,
shit
though.
on fire.
Like a
I would
snack.
do that.
Relevant, yeah.
Just burn their house down.
burn their house
Just burn
down.
their belongings down. Key their car. Come on.
I found out one of my boyfriends had cheated on me accidentally because I was using his computer for work.
Oh, I
well,
thought-
no,
I was like,
it
how
was
do you cheat on someone
accidental on
accidentally?
purpose.
Fell
It
inside
was
the
No,
vagina.
a little half and half.
you fell into it accidentally. I was thinking the way you said it, like he cheated on me accidentally.
Oh no,
That's not an accident.
I found out he had cheated on me accidentally, but like he didn't. I wasn't looking. I didn't think he was cheating or that he had
That's
cheated.
a Kelly Keegs lie.
Yeah, no, I really thought.
I'm gonna be on his email.
But so I had to go on for work, and then while I was there, I was like, well, let me just take a little look see, and then I was like, I'm not suspicious, but you know, bitches gotta know. And then I found some shit, and I was like, wow.
Kelly is
I
the
always will
queen
find shit.
of snooping.
I am a very good snooper,
Even,
but
even random things that don't. Kelly knew that Kate was having a baby before, like.
Oh,
anybody.
yeah.
Everything.
I had her spying
I just
on my
pay attention.
cousin's boyfriend once. She
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
know my cousin's boyfriend.
You
But
just gotta
she'll-
look,
but
you
she
look
does
for
now.
patterns.
She'll
That's the
tell
thing.
you everything about
You
it.
look for patterns in people. People are creatures of habit. You just
I
look
mean,
for
that
patterns.
is what like the CIA says.
Whatever.
for the
Whatever.
patterns.
So I was looking for the patterns on this
You're a
ex-boyfriend, and I
fucking
found,
psychopath.
yeah. So I found some shit. He was like talking to some girl or whatever, and it was like these Facebook messages, and it was also clear that he was like aggressively asking her more so than her responding for like her Snapchat information. He's like, "What's your Snap? What's your Snap? What's your Snap?" Like over and over and over again on like the 4th of July, which we hadn't spent together, and I was like, "What a motherfucker!" And I'm sitting there, and he was in the shower, and I was like, "Let me just send a couple quick emails. Do you mind?" Like before we were about to go to dinner, and so he's in the shower. I'm sitting there, and I'm seething. I'm like, "Do I bring this up?" It was now maybe like October. Okay, I was like, "Do I say something? Do I do something? What do I do?" So I'm sitting there. I close it all up. I'm like, let me see if I can swallow this. Let me see how long I can deal with this.
25 seconds.
We get to dinner, and on our way to dinner, I'm not speaking, by the way, which is you. If I'm
And
not
you know
talking,
he's
you,
like
you
driving.
know.
He's like, fuck.
No, we're walking.
I don't know what this is,
We're like
but I am
walking to
fucked.
dinner.
Yes.
We're walking to dinner, and he's like, "What are you gonna get at dinner?" Blah, 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 blah. He's like literally so
Panic
on
mode.
top of the world. What are we gonna do tonight? Bah, bah, bah. And I'm sitting there like stone faced, not speaking, which is not my usual shit. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you better
whatever.
shut the fuck up.
I'm now rapid texting my friend Brittany. And I'm like, Britt, this is what I just fucking saw. What the fuck do I say? And she was like, wait, what? Call me. So we get to dinner. We're sitting down. I'm still like not speaking, folded arms, so angry. And they're making we went to like a Mexican place, and they're making our own sangria. And I was like, I'll be right back. And like dramatically went to go talk on the phone outside. And then
How
now
old are you at this
I'm
point?
in a movie. This is 2016,
last-
17,
yeah, okay.
like 2016, I think, 15 maybe. And so I'm like outside. It's a movie. I'm on the phone. It's a whole fucking thing. I come back into the place, and I was like, we need to leave. And he was like, what do you mean? We haven't, like, we just got the sangria. It's like
we
this
haven't got
huge
eaten
picture.
yet, Kelly.
It's this whole pitcher of sangria that was freshly made. We had to, like, it's like a BYOB wine. They make it sangria, whole thing. He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I went through your laptop. And he was like, okay. And that was it. Silence. We left the shit. We went home, and I was like, explain it and like tell me what it is. We broke up a couple months later.
Yeah, see,
Not even at the time we didn't break up. A couple months later we broke up.
I think I would like. Well, you say a couple months or minutes?
Couple months.
Oh, minutes
I think
too.
so.
No, a
Minutes.
couple of months. Also, I had the next day, maybe like a week later, I started cheating on him pretty aggressively. So that was.
So I got a couple months
See,
out of
I
that.
Yeah, a
think-
couple months because I didn't want to break up because I wanted to immediately get into a relationship and not feel guilty for it. And he had dicked me over, so I wanted him to like feel the full guilt of dicking me over. This is so fucked up. I wanted him to feel the full guilt of dicking me over while I was cheating, setting up a new relationship for myself. And then when he broke up with me, I could cry about it, make him feel guilty about it, and then still be happy in my own relationship. So no point am I feeling rejected.
You know what that is?
And it
That's
works
some Game of Thrones
perfectly.
shit.
He
She's
cheated on me.
Marjorie Tyrell,
He cheated
like-
on me, so fuck him, and he didn't
Break up with
care.
him.
Yeah, see, I think if someone
Why?
did it to me and they were like,
why,
get up, we're leaving.
I don't know.
It's probably,
like,
yeah,
just
it's
break-
definitely fucked up, but he was
It's
fucked
fucked-
up to
it
me.
builds character.
He could have broke up with me when he was cheating on me with that whore over the 4th of July.
Right. You're right. I guess you got your revenge.
That's what I'm saying, yes. I was seeking revenge
So
at
it's
that
really
point.
not that bad.
You would just be like,
it's not bad.
okay.
Okay.
I would pour
was
myself a
seeking-
glass of
I
sangria.
understand.
I also
I
hated
know
him.
that.
I also hated him.
See you
He
later.
hated
Bring
him.
it, yeah. Honestly, at that moment, we need to leave. Be like, we're breaking up.
Yeah.
You can go.
Like,
Here's
alright.
the keys. I'm gonna drink the sangria.
Yeah. We hate
Gotta know.
each
You gotta know
other.
where that's at.
I just tip my cap. I'm like, fair play. You know, like.
No, it was a wild time. But no, that feeling of like, can I sit through this dinner and not do? I couldn't.
When you said
make it
you
through
wanted to
15
see how long
minutes.
you could swallow it, a real part of me, it was a small part of me, but it was a real part of me, thought you were going to be waiting outside the bathroom door and you were going to hit him in the head with the laptop. like as soon as
I
he
wish.
opened, you were just waiting there. I was seeing how long I could wait. It's 0 seconds.
No, I think it was like a total of 40 minutes. I think I made it into before blowing shit up, and then
Should we?
changing our
Do you want to
lives.
hear from Swinger Catherine?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do Swinger Catherine. We'll talk about it for a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. It's almost 9:30.
Oh,
This is a video from a girl named Catherine. This is actually just like a serious video. It's just like good advice. Maybe John disagrees, but this is like some relationship advice, and then I'm going to describe to you exactly who Catherine is. So run the clip.
Hi everyone. So I just wanted to give a little bit of input from a girl's point of view. Communication is key in a relationship, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like, I feel this way. Could be sexually, you know, I want to be touched this way, or I want to see you do this or me do this, and let's try this. If you have a fantasy, try it out. You never know if you're gonna like it or not like it until you try, and from there you don't know where it could take you. So just, you know, communicate your fantasies, whatever they are, and, you know, sky's the limit. Go to the strip club together, go to, you know, a sex store together, go to a lingerie store and try something on. Like, try different things. You'll never know what you like. Could spark something new in the relationship. Keep things spicy. 6 years in, we still find a way to keep things exciting. So just, you know,
So, I mean, that kind of actually plays in perfectly, you know, go to the strip club together and pour the wax on strippers' pussies.
I always thought it was crazy when people like wouldn't go to the strip club with their significant
Together,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Well, I
nuts,
think it
too.
depends
It's
on the
so
girl
fun.
too, though. I think if you go with the guys and like you're lame, it's like, ugh, he brought her and now we can't have fun. But if you're cool,
I don't
you go,
think
you
I
have
would
to
ever
go.
go to a strip club again in my life without a group of
girl.
girls. It doesn't have to be like
it
strictly
is
me and
weird.
girls,
It
but I
does
don't
feel
think I'd go
weird
without
this
girls.
day and age to go with like a crew of guys and be like, let's look at naked bitches and touch
Yeah.
them. It's like everyone here's getting canceled.
I was never like a huge strip. Actually, maybe when I was like 16, 17, I was like in a strip
everyone
club
kind of
phase.
has that phase.
Yeah,
And then after
and
that,
that
16,
phase,
17, not
that
legal to be
phase
in a
might
strip club.
last like you might have braces. You know,
Yeah.
that phase might last until your teeth are straight. That phase might last until you're like 50.
Right.
Like guys change. Guys vary. Where some people love it and other guys are like, I'm all set on
Yeah,
that.
I'm actually not sure what I'm happier about. I had a short phase of braces or a short phase of being
Strip
a strip
club,
club guy.
yeah. But I do think it's a totally different experience if you go with like a girlfriend or girls or whatever.
Because then you're just like
then it's a crazy
you're
party.
at a party where people are naked.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Right.
If I'm just
Versus
sitting
like
here
when you
staring
go
at
with a
naked
guy
people.
who's like, I'm gonna go in the back and like I'm gonna come. It's like,
Yeah, that's too much.
You're wearing
Yeah.
basketball shorts. What's going on, dude? But Catherine used to call CCK a lot, and she and her husband are swingers, and are like the happiest couple I've ever encountered in my life. And that it was funny. She called KFC Radio the other day, and I prefaced the voicemail with that. And then she was joking, but she started off her voicemail like, "So I just got out the divorce papers," and I was like, "No, my couple is done." But she was just fucking around and joking. But she is like, we've had two people call in. We've had the Joe, who was a gay guy who married a woman and had a kid with her because he was like, "I love you and I want to have a family, but I just realized I'm gay." And they're like happily ever after. And then Catherine and her husband, who like go to like fuck parties and swinger clubs, and they're like my favorite. I talk about them like every day. I love both of them so much because it just changed my whole like perspective on everything. Where I was like, we always call them like, I'm like, oh, that's so weird. You go to like swingers parties and like they're happy as fuck.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So
They both found their
happy.
thing.
But it also reminds me of the flip side of that is the Thomas Middleditch, which is like he did an interview in like Playboy where it's like swinging saved our lives. And then like a year later, it was like we're getting divorced.
Yeah.
like-
If you say like
sucks.
like we're
I didn't
swingers because
realize
it
they
makes
got
me.
divorced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
That
you're not allowed to talk to him about that anymore.
They were the
that
only,
was one of those
he
like
was
I'll
the only
interview
person
you,
that
but
was
you're
like,
not
well,
allowed.
well, he's a swinger, so
Yeah.
that maybe it's not so bad.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. You got to
Alright.
be real fucking secure for a long time to pull that one
Yeah.
off. But how about this?
Not for me.
Yeah,
Not
for
swingers.
me.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not for
Not
everybody.
for me.
But if it is for you
Never.
and you meet someone who it works, it's like,
Right.
all right, go do your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Now these guys will meet people at like a swingers party, and then they will stay in contact, and they will sext in a group text.
Oh.
And John said he would
Interesting.
rather have group sex with these people than group text with these people.
I think I stand by that.
I think I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I would.
And it's
rather
always
that as
nice
well.
to hear answers I gave that I agree with still.
You're like,
that was one I forgot I gave, and I stand by that. I think I would
agree.
rather have
I
actual
think
group
about
sex.
the group message too much. It's too much
Well,
anxiety.
she did say that sometimes she would like text the other guy and be like, I don't know, you're so fucking hot. And then her husband would be like, you don't text me like that. It's like, dude, she fucked that guy in front of you. Like, what?
Yeah.
And also,
that's why I can't. I feel like it's, if you're gonna fuck, you might as well text. I don't think it's.
I would feel weird following up a
Someone
guy's
else's text. Yeah.
Like I would
What he
feel,
said. Yeah,
he's
so
so
hot.
I'd be like, fuck, I gotta compete with this guy. Like I don't think I'd feel that
that's so true.
competition.
There's
in
only so much you can say.
In actual
Right.
sex.
You're gonna have to
I
start
have like 3 lines.
making weird.
And
I'm gonna fuck your pussy too.
I think I would feel weirder following up a sext. Like I wouldn't feel a competition if we're just like in the heat of the moment. I'd just be like, whatever's happening is happening here. What do you go? We're just grabbing things. But if I had like time to think about it, I'd be like, all right, so he said that. Now I don't know. I don't even know how to counter that move from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna put like defense on this guy.
Also, too, I feel like my like level of sexting, I tap out at a certain point. Like I can sext like hot and heavy for a while, and then I'm like, fuck, I'm bored. Can we stop? Like, can we just please? I tap out.
And if you had a group
I
text,
can't
like
anymore.
3 people, like bing,
Yeah,
bing, bing, bing,
it's too
bing,
much
bing, bing,
competition,
bing,
and then
yeah.
I will never like I won't tap out in that situation because it's like pressure. I have to be the
Now you gotta
best
perform.
now
Be the
here.
last
Yeah,
one
but
to
Another
sex.
normal
No, I
thing from
can't.
Kelly.
Also, we have a lot
have
of
to be the
group
best.
messages. We work with a lot of people. You might slip up and text the wrong group message.
Pull a Donnie and next thing you know.
Oh my god.
That would be horrible.
The worst.
Wait,
A horrible
sex
experience.
to the
Yeah,
survivor.
yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm confident in saying that I'm too insecure to be in like a swinger couple.
Oh,
I
same.
think
Yeah.
a
That's
couple.
why I
I think
said
I could.
100%.
I could partake in like group sex activities. I don't think I could.
Consistently
Let my
have, like, a-
boyfriend.
I would
fuck
want
somebody
to-
else.
Oh,
Like, I think that
you
that
could
would-
fuck
yeah.
other people. My boyfriend can't fuck
Yeah,
other
that's
people.
mostly it.
Oh, that's
Because
interesting
I
how
know
that
me.
works.
I know me, and I know that like I want to fuck this guy, but I don't love him at all. Like I know that,
yeah.
but I also know that like sometimes I want to fuck that guy. Maybe I do love him a little bit. Like so I know that like maybe my boyfriend feels the same.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't want that risk.
I mean, I would say
of, like, him
99.99% of the time you start doing this, like you're gonna break up or fall in love,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
catch feelings. But if you like find the right person, that's the right thing.
Yeah.
Keep fucking.
The relationship.
Catherine, don't let us down.
Please
yeah,
don't
well,
let us
see,
down.
don't let us down.
Catherine.
Believe
I
in
mean,
you.
she has called a lot. She has like talked about this a lot. She can't divorce that guy. If she does, she has to keep it a secret from us.
Yeah.
Because
she's gonna be, like,
there's so
too
much
disappointed.
pressure. She's probably like, oh, fucking hate this guy. I just want to fuck that guy from the party, but I can't because I got to call the radio again. All right, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you, girls. We appreciate it. Because we got high. When does it come out? Tell the people where to find it. What's going on? Get your pineapple on.
Tonight at
Yeah,
midnight, right?
Thursdays. Every Thursday, we are on episode G. You can watch them all on
I
YouTube.
love that, by the way.
YouTube.
I love
Subscribe
the-
on
The
YouTube.
alphabetical
Gotta add
order.
letters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're
We do
was
too.
this episode 7 now?
Episode 7.
7, I think. Yeah.
Seven.
Yeah, episode 7. We're not going to stop once we get to the 26th
gonna do it
letter.
again.
We're
We'll
just
start
going
over
to
at A,
restart
yeah.
it. Maybe
That'd
add
be like
guests at that
A2.
point.
Were there only
But
26 letters?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure there were 27.
Nah.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
I would
like
love
with
for
the
you to have
planet, with the planets, it's like, is it 8 or is it 9? You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think maybe because you said 7, I thought 7, but I was definitely going to say 27
Yeah.
episodes.
But subscribe to
Not
us
the
on
English teacher.
YouTube because I think it's really fun to watch.
Subscribe on
to watch
everybody's
podcasts.
Big on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Subscribe on
Yes,
everyone's
YouTube.
YouTubes.
Yep.
YouTube is
I'm gonna be
big.
so annoying about that until we fucking actually have a YouTube presence. So subscribe, listen to the girls, follow them because we got high on Twitter, Instagram, the whole 9. Thank you, girls. Anything else to say to the audience?
Oh,
Thank you
thanks,
for
Tom.
having us.
Thanks
This
for
Thank
was
you.
having
Really
us.
appreciate
a lot
it. It
of
was
fun.
awesome.
Lovely. Thanks for
Cheers.
filling us
It
with
was
wine.
beautiful, too.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
right?
Let's go.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. See you next week. See you next month. We'll do St. Patrick's Day. So we'll run it back and keep on drinking. See you guys then.
Thanks everyone for tuning in to this crossover, KFC Radio and Because We Got High. Subscribe here for the Because We Got High YouTube channel and down here for the latest episode of KFC Radio.